Okay. Neanza, for those who are liking the live, we are about to start in absolutely 3 minutes. Pillow, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for liking the live. Let's make it moving as I get my team from Britam, Uganda. Thank you so much. It's a good morning. It's yet to be midday, so it's a good morning to those of you who are in Kampala. It's even for all of us, some of us, it's absolutely an early morning. But we are here to do this. Okay. We are about to get our team from Britam. OSJ Oscar. Give me a second. Let me first. Today it's about Britam Asset Managers. It's about Britam Unit Trusts. It's about Britam fixed income funds, both UGX and USD. It's everything Britam. For those of you who have been asking, where do I go? Sirimu Kampala, how do I invest quickly? You're going to know about their products. You're going to know about how easy you can easily invest with them, how you can easily register and start investing with them. So let's get our team at Britam in a minute and then we start this. Okay. Neanza. Yes, Marita. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Guys, there are people who are starting. I'm here. People are calling me at this point in time. Resh, how are you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those who are liking the live and who are. Is Britam here? Gloria, not yet. Oscar, not yet. The Britam team have sent them an invite. Let's see if we can get it that way. We can start right away. Okay, thank you so much for those of you who are liking the live. Tell everyone that we're about to start. We're going to talk about one of the very best fund managers and some of the best unit trusts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, we are here to change people's lives in how they have to see money, how they have to invest. I've seen the questions. We have seen the video of the President Seven talking about NSSF. I'll do a session about that in time, but maybe I'll talk with the Britam team. I'll talk with them on what they think about that. But it's about to go down. Yes. Britam Uganda, can you come up? I don't know if you're coming through Britam directly or you're coming through a different one. It's exactly half past. It's exactly midday. We should be starting. Mark, if you can hear me, can you ask to join at the top? I don't know where you're going to join it from. Mark, I'm waiting for you before I start it off. Anyway, as I wait for Mark, I'll start talking about Britam as they come through. Aizo, we shall talk about that in a minute. So give it a minute. Let's first. This is the second time he's talking about NSSF and where they have to invest in. So we're going to talk about that. We shall talk about that in a minute. But for now, let's first go through today's session. I'm waiting for the Britam's team for them to. That's why I'm trying to refresh. Every single person that is showing up is known to them. So and. Humphrey, I know you can hear me. Can you get for me Mark and we start this off at exactly midday? Abantu baba tu said ngabagala kugamba yes, what do we need to do? So, but as I wait for Mark, I'll talk to you about Britam Britam Uganda, for those of you who know the Britam brand, it's one of the biggest financial services company in Uganda. And I'm using the word financial services intentionally because Britam is a house for insurance. For those of you who have cars and you want to get your car insurance, Britam General Insurance is good there for you. One day maybe we shall bring them. There is the Britam Life Insurance for some of you who are looking for funeral covers. You employ people who travel a lot, who are everywhere. Britam Life Insurance is very good for you. Then there is also Britam Asset Managers, the one who manage the fund, the unit trust funds, the fixed income funds. Those are the ones we have today, right? Those are the ones we have today. So for those of you who are trying to understand how I want to diversify, I want to invest with a unit trust, I want to invest with a fund manager, I want to invest with fixed income funds, then this is the time for you to want to engage with Britam and see how they can serve you better, how you can start with their investments. Abatali in the country, how do I invest with Britam Uganda if I'm not in the country? These and many other questions are the questions we're going to try to answer tonight. Mark, I don't know why I can't get you. I cannot access my WhatsApp right now. If you are texting me on WhatsApp, you might want to put a comment or send me a DM. Let me see if I can read my I can't access my WhatsApp if you're trying to send me WhatsApp right now, but I can read my DM. Can you join me at the top, please, and we start this off, eh? I'm not so sure which account you are using, so I'm not allowing any other account that I'm not so sure of. But as people, yes, I've sent you an invite on Britam UG. I've sent you an invite, please. You should be in position to join in. Or just click that plus button where you are seeing you should be positioned to join in. Robert nkulamusezaako nnyo. Abantu abali mukulayikinga live, thank you so much. It helps us to move for other people who should be here to join in. Mark, I've sent you an invite, or you can click the plus invite and you should join in. I can add you at the top, please. Okay, let's give it a minute. Technology sometimes can be hard. Mark, can you get the invite? Oh my God. Ooh. Okay, I think I've got through the team. I should be having them in a minute. Let me start first going through the questions. That way people do not have to wait for so long as we engage. Because for those who are asking questions about treasury bonds, we shall do a live for that, because today is purely for Britam. For those of you who want to invest with Britam, they have different products. Let me start talking about them as we wait to get the team. mbadde njagala bo bennyini be mbambuuza ebibuuzo mbasoyesoye ebibuuzo babawe answers emunoonya ugambe where do I start, where do I do, what can they do. Right now, Britam Asset Managers, they have different unit trust money market funds, both UGX and USD. So for those of the people who earn in USD, that is an amazing product. No government, I can invest in USD. I kind of protect myself against the FX inflation. The UGX, they invest in UGX, in USD and UGX. Very competitive return. Then they have one of the very best products, which I believe is very, very good, the fixed income product, both UGX and USD. And the fixed income product, one of the very best thing about the fixed income product is that you can negotiate a rate. No, I'm giving you the money for 3 months, I'm giving you the money for 6 months, I'm giving you the money for 12 years, for 12 months, plus what rate will I get? And it's good for planning. Very, 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 very good for planning. Where you sit back and you say, for the next 12 months, I have this 10 million, but I don't need it. I might need it in maybe 6 months from now. Let me fix it. Now, instead of leaving it on a bank account or instead of leaving it on mobile money, you just go to Britam and you say, what is my fixed income fund rate for the next 6 months? I give you the money and I will leave that money for 6 months, right? That fixed income product is a very, very good product. I always tell people the fixed income, whether it's USD, whether it's UGX, very, very good. For fixed income, Mrs. Mwesiga Abuziza, for fixed income, for UGX is 5 million. For USD is 10,000 US dollars. But you'll get a much better rate because it's a negotiated rate. So think about it as this way, that nogama 9 million is ange kumi. Mu myezi 12 lwensuubira okugula ettaka oba siriwo na Kampala mu myaka 2 lwensuubira okubeera okujjawa okukomawo e Kampala ngula ettaka oba nkole business. Where do I put this money, right? Nogamba nti okay, bwemane millioni zange 5, you can go straight to the fixed income and negotiate a very, very good rate. The last time I saw the rates that came out right now at this point in time, it's over 12% guaranteed. The good thing with the fixed income for that period, it's fully guaranteed. If you sign a contract for a full year and you say, we are giving you 12%, 11.5% or whatever rate they have negotiated, that rate is fully guaranteed and it will come to you. So that is the benefit of the fixed income fund. Then abasigadde oyinza okugamba, no, for me, Alex, tell me more about the money market fund. The money market fund, which is very, very good. And abasinga wogambira n'ogamba nti it's what I want to do or to deal with. The money income fund, you start with 100K with Britam Asset Managers. That's the money market fund in UGX. Emitwalo 10. Emitwalo 10, realistically speaking. And then you have your top up can be mitwalo 2, mitwalo 5 every time you have the money. But to open up an account, wait as emitwalo 10 joka with Britam, the money market fund. So, and that's one of the very good benefits of unit trusts, like the Britam Unit Trust. Nti no muntu owawanse nnyo bw'aba asobola okwefiriza emitwalo 10 egitandika asobola okutandika. Then afterwards, nasobola okugamba nti after there I can easily do emitwalo 3, mitwalo 5, mitwalo 2, mitwalo 5, and they can easily start their investments right away without any fear or favor. So kisinzira sente zolina and your plan, your goal for the plan for you to easily say which one should I go for, which one should I not go for. So that's Britam, and they have both the UGX and the UGX and the USD. USD, very important for people who do work, who earn in dollars or who even spend in dollars. Someone recently asked me, how do I make sure I invest? When should I invest in the USD money market fund? The USD money market fund is so good for 2 people. the two types of people. The first people who earn in dollars, but they also want to protect against the FX. As when the USD and UGX is moving up and down, up and down. Mark, I've invited the Britam account 3 times. It has not joined. And you should be in a position to click the Britam account and I should add you, please. If you click the plus button, but you can also come in your account if that's fine, because we are 12 minutes in, right? We are 12 minutes in. Oh, someone has corrected me with Britam top up with yes. Okay, so if you are going to use the Mark Namanya, just click the plus button. It's there where you can speak from. I can see Fred Sawalu is here. Alfred is here. I can't see you right away. You just have to click and I will see it for me to add you. I can't find the account, so it's you have to be the one to come in, right? Then as we continue, as I wait for Mark to join me or the team from Britam, I'll talk about Britam. They are introducing a product where you can easily communicate with them on WhatsApp, and then you can onboard yourself, and they can easily answer all your different questions that you do have on WhatsApp. It's called the Meet Bella. It's the Britam Uganda's way to embrace technology, right? Omuntu ena ali ku WhatsApp esawa eno bosindikayo ku message kamba somere namba eno, and you can send any message 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day, 24/7, you'll get a response. It's +256. For those of you who always help me to put these numbers in the chat box, help me put this number in the chat box. It's +256 793 192 595. Let me repeat it. Is 793 192 595. It's the Meet the Bella. It's the Britam Asset Managers way to embrace the technology where you can easily invest even on your WhatsApp, where you can easily invest even with everything that you have. Mark. Aish. Technology is sometimes not so easy. My God. Okay. It's 793 192 595. 195. Yes, when you send the WhatsApp, whatever inquiry you have, and if you're already a customer for Britam Asset Managers, whatever inquiry you do have there, you will get an answer for it. If you're trying to join right away, right now, if you send an invite to any inquiry to them, you want to onboard yourself, that is a platform they have put for you that can easily help you to navigate your investment journey, to easily help you to make sure whatever you can invest with them. Wakitegera eyo gibayita Bella. It's Airtel. Okay, finally Britam Uganda is here. Mark, can you hear me? I know you have now joined fully. You should try to speak.
Fully.
Perfect.
You should try to speak.
Perfect. Oh, I'm getting my echo now. I think you have to. You should
try to speak. Oh, I'm getting my.
Mark, you have two devices next to you, and both of them have joined. So you want to disconnect one, otherwise people will be getting an echo.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
There is still a second.
Can you hear me now?
There is still a second device.
Yes, I can. It's still a second. Can you hear me now?
There is still a second. But for those of you who are liking the live, thank you so much to help it move. We know we are almost over 100 people and we are going. So help me like the live, share the live with your friends. Now that we have the Britam team, we should be good to go in a very in a few minutes. Let's just sort out one or two things with Britam Uganda and then we should be good to go. Mark, are you back?
Hopefully, the team can hear me loud and clear now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Are you in position? Mark, where are you?
You can hear me?
I can hear you, but we are hearing some noise in the back end. It's like you are driving or something.
No.
Okay, yeah. Now there he is. Let me arrange you that way you can come in a much better position where people can see who they are talking to. Now, give me a second. Sometimes this technology can play me on how I have to arrange this.
True.
But as I arrange this, can you introduce yourself? That way people get to know who it is they are trying to talk to. Oh, I've lost him again. Oh my goodness. Apologies. But we are almost there. But then stands okuda mwe bibuzo by'abantu about Britam Asset Managers. But then you get the money market fund, which they do have. I've talked about the fixed income fund. I've talked about the. He is back. Mark, can you hear me again?
Oh, yes, I can.
Whoever is trying to call you, tell them to stop. Oh my God. Whew. Sometimes technology can be hard. Sometimes technology can be hard. Okay, but then chabanyunyola kubera you meet Bella where you can easily invest from your WhatsApp. For those people who have been asking me, let me actually as you know what, I can do this. For the people who have been asking me, how do you invest? Not only in the country, how do you start to invest when you are not in the country? Right? Nadala ngo ina WhatsApp, ngo ina national ID. Yes, if you have the national ID, and any national ID, by the way, can work. I know they always say they are expired, but somehow our national IDs have not expired. They have not even given us the new ones. So somehow, somewhere, you should not worry about it. So, in a national ID, when you send a WhatsApp number to that, when you send a WhatsApp message to that number, a number mwajifunye kanzire mungi basomere wano yina jiwandise wa yino wano. It is 0793 192 595. For those people who have been listening in and you want to join, you should try this out. You should try this out. No app needed. It's 24/7. It will guide you on how to onboard yourself. WhatsApp to onboard yourself to start investing with Britam Asset Managers. So, ebintu byewetaaga, you need a national ID. Of course, we have to know who you are. You have to be Kakanda Alex, not a different person. So it's extremely important. You must have at least a passport ID. It can work. But in a national ID, you have a passport ID, it can work. Someone has said, read it again. Yes, Ronald, I'll read it again. It's 0793 192 595. It's 0793 192-595. And you can onboard yourself. Trying to get them those processes, what it would take for you to onboard yourself on Better. Let me come back and I do this. I show you what you need to do to onboard yourself. You need your national ID, a national ID or a passport ID, right? You need a phone number. You must be on WhatsApp, of course, for you to be, you have to be on WhatsApp for you to do that. You need an email address and the minimum emitwale 5. Emitwale 5. Mark, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
I hope this time around you're not going to run away.
Yes, I don't know why something keeps bugging me, pushing me out. It wasn't actually even a call, but I could hear you actually.
But now at least people are seeing you live. You are on the big screen. So let's go straight to it. We have lost close to 20 minutes and people have been here waiting to hear about Britam. But before we go about Britam, can you tell us a little bit about who is Mark, and then we can pick it up from there?
All right. Thank you, Alex. Welcome everyone who's on the call. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for sparing your time and joining us on this weekend. My name is Collins Mark Namanya, Senior Business Development Official with Britam Asset Managers. I've been in the industry for quite some time now, about 10 years now, from banking to asset managers, insurance, and it's always a pleasure to try and share this knowledge with our Ugandans at large. So pleasure to be here, and thank you for hosting me, Alex.
Straight away, tell me about Britam Asset Managers, because Britam Asset Managers, I'm telling about the unit trusts, I'm telling them about the money market funds, and they're like, maybe I might not do the perfect job, so why don't you be the one to do the honors, sir?
Thank you. And you actually haven't, from what I was hearing, you've actually done us justice. You've given some points. Whatever you said is right and on point. So I'll just give the people a brief background on who Britam Asset Managers is, so that they can get comfortable, get to know that. So last year alone, just to let people know that we've been here for long, we celebrated 60 years in the industry.
Amazing.
It was our 60th anniversary. Yes.
I was there.
Yes. So it's going to show the people that this has been a name that has been in the industry for quite some time. Headquarters are in Kenya, Nairobi. Britam Asset Managers, just to give you also a background on the name, Britam stands for British American. So it was before when the British started an insurance company, one of the first they started in Kenya. So it was majorly owned by the British and the Americans. And so they came up with that merger of the name of Brit and Am to make British American, which brought the name Britam. So it started in insurance, of course. And most of all, I know most of the people on the call know Britam for insurance. When you normally talk about investments and unit trusts, the first thing that comes to mind, but we thought Britam does insurance. So, but we're also in the asset management. We're also in the life and medical. We offer those services. So it's called diversification and also offering solutions to people that are going to bring them lasting solutions, especially in the finance world. So if I'm insuring, yes, I'm catered for, my property is insured, my life is insured against any risk. Then what other offering do you have to offer me? So which is why we came up with Britam Asset Managers to offer you with those financial knowledge and also help you invest your money and grow your wealth beyond the insurance side.
Okay, now let's start focusing so much on the unit trust. If they invest with the Britam Uganda, what has been the performance? What is the unit trust? What products do you offer? Or as just well government? Okay, the name where do I top up? How do I even pay? Can we so now go on so much on the unit trust?
Yes. So quite a pleasure. So I actually even had I'll get to it anyway along the way. So unit trusts, just to give a brief background, and I just want to take the moment to commend you. You've done such a good job, Alex, on trying to educate the Ugandans on this. Unit trust is an investment vehicle that has been around since time memorial. But because we have that financial gap, there's really a huge gap on communication, on education, And also even our regulator is now trying to do a good job on trying to, of course, educate the masses. But it's really a pleasure, and we commend you and really thank you for educating the Ugandans. Like even those in the diaspora, a lot of people have gotten this knowledge from you. So it's really a pleasure, and which is why we actually also reached out and said, you know what, let us partner with Alex and educate the Ugandans on what these products are. So unit trusts are an investment vehicle for those who have opened accounts before, savings accounts in banks. It's something quite similar to having a savings account, but the beauty with the unit trust is that you're now not just saving, you're now you've upgraded from a savings, you've now become an investor, whereby you're hitting two birds with one stone. I'm investing at the same time I'm saving. So a unit trust is whereby people, we call it a collective, come together, they collect their money, they have a goal or purpose they want to achieve in life. But before they actually achieve this goal, they want to ensure that the money they are saving is not just seated in the account, but they want to entrust it with you, the fund manager, to invest it on their behalf in the essence that you give them an interest on those savings. So a unit trust is whereby people come together, collect money. It is either individually, it can be a group, it can be a family. We have circles now coming up. We have groups and clubs coming up. So they entrust their funds or their money that they have a particular goal they want to achieve with you, on condition that you, the fund manager they've given this money to, you invest it for them and give them interest at a particular given point in time when they might need back this money. So I'm giving you my 1 million. We want to ensure that by the end of the year, we want to buy, let's say, some cows, some goats. But we want by the time we come to you in December, you're giving us our 1 million back with interest. So if I was going to buy a goat of 1 million, or let's say we wanted to buy like 4 goats, with 1 million, we are each saving, let's say 20,000 every month, with the goal of getting 1 million at the end of the year, you will actually get an extra on that 1 million. So you'll find that if I'd planned to buy like 4 goats, the interest that I'll get in those 12 months can actually get me an extra 2 goats, meaning that we now have 6 goats from having not just saved but invested this money for us. So under those unit trusts, yes,
I think you have brought it very well, eh? Tumikisinga oluzungu n'oluganda abantu bange baleme gamba kakande ku Saturday tulina kwogera amanya ga kakande watulese. But it has reminded me of something, eh? In the early 2000s, when we are coming out of age of understanding financial markets, where the financial industry was growing, mukama waffe the president yakolanga that statement, abachala mukole ebibina abasajja babiyingiremu, nga kyategeeza mukole ebibina ebya savings and abantu batandika okusaving and because all of a sudden you could see people starting now to belong to small groups, to invest, to save together. Then it turned out to be what we ended up calling a merry-go-round, where the Ugandans just save this week, give it to one person, save to another person, give it to one person. Now we have transitioned that saving, and then there was the added 2010 2012, between 2008 to 2012 2015 there, where the goal was to make sure that Babagula bank accounts, open up a bank account, put money on the bank account, leave money on the bank account as much as possible. I remember my first bank account was it was with Crane Bank. Okay, it's gone, so I can talk about it. And we opened it up. Notekayo mtwalo gumu. Nobeera ng'ogenda every single week okebirwa bati zikyaliyo nogenda bakuwa customer kweziri. So now we are transitioning from now the savings culture has come that long way. Now we are transitioning into the investments direction. The investment direction which you are talking about, where like don't just save your money. Now you understand what savings is and the benefits of saving. But now when you start investing that money, when you start putting that money somewhere where it earns the money, that is very good. And that I believe that's where Britam asset managers comes in with their Britam Unit Trusts. Tell me about a little bit more about the money market fund.
All right, thank you, Alex. So just to also add on, before I answer the question, is that yes, we've actually now reached the stage whereby everyone knows I can save. We've gone beyond the stage whereby people used to keep money under their mattresses, in the pots, People now know the essence of having money on mobile money, having money in a savings account. But we are saying now that we've reached that stage, 90% of people know what it means to save. Now we want to go to the next stage. Why leave the money to just sit for savings till you achieve your goal? Why don't you let that money work for you in the long run? So which brings in, so what does it mean? So as for the money market fund, these are all products. Usually when you say unit trust and money market fund, people get confused along the way. Someone says, I want to invest in unit trust. Now when you say money market fund, someone says, now what is that? So a money market fund is a type of unit trust account. The same way you'll go to a bank and the bank tells you, we have a kids winner account, we have a current account, we have a golden youth account, we have a group account, company account. Same thing when you come to the unit trusts. The way we break them down is we have what we call a money market fund account. We have an umbrella account, fund account. You find people telling you we have a balanced fund account. Others will tell you we have an equity fund account.
Mark, abaganda bagamba eyeve ez'omumba gwe bazikuba ekirungi gwabireese bulijjo ngezaako binnyonnyola abantu ebintu bino kati sooka obinnyonnyole bagambe tulina unit trust money market fund account kitegeeza bwekiti tulina umbrella account kitegeeza kino na kino na kino tulina a balanced fund. That way omuntu tamanya bumanya the product, they can know the product and what it means and what they need to do to benefit from it.
Yes. So tukatandike ni money market fund.
Yes.
So money market fund engeri tuyinza okinyonnyola mukati money market fund kati zino lwaki unit trust products zino nnyingi oba tuzimenyaamenyamu, or why do we break them down? Nti buli muntu abeera n'ekigendererwa, everyone has their own goal. Buli muntu alina enfuna ye gy'afunamu, tetuyinza kubanga twenkana engeri gye tufunamu. Oyinza osanga nga kusala gwange wakakadde kamu, oli afuna emitwalo 2, naye ffenna twagala tukole ki tusevinge. So money market fund twagikolera omuntu eyakatandika. I'm interested in investing, saving or starting my investments journey. So money market fund targetinga omuntu go tuyita owa short term investment. Money market fund usually tunulira omuntu agamba nti njagala tandika ninjagala sooka kwetegereza ekintu kino kinankolera ebintu Alex bangamba ebintu Britam bangamba ngenda funa magoba gwe bangamba oba bambuzaabuza. So you will find that on abeera ne short term nagamba kangezeeko kantandike olugendo lwange lwa investments. So money market fund ebeera ya short term investor. Short term investor kifuata na investor agamba nti wakati wa omwezi gumu okutuuka ku myezi nga 3 oba emyezi 6 oyabeera nga short term investor. Ayinza n'omala omwaka bw'aba asazeewo agambe kimukoledde. So money market fund is usually engeri gy'ojawulamu nti ya short term investments. Engeri endala gy'oyinza ogyawulamu ssente zange bwe mba nzitaddeyo Britam investingawa. Kati bwe tuba tugambye short term investment kitegeeza muno tugenda londayo underlying what tuyita underlying investments oba regulator gundi zatukkiriza investingamu ssente zamu ze tuyita low risk investments nti tezirina risk y'amaanyi nti era tuli sure nti ebbanga olina gwe tuba tusavingidde amagoba ge mutusuubiza tugenda gafuna. So one of the investments ze tukola ezimu ze tuyita treasury bills. Treasury bills nti tugenda ne tuwola government sente okumala ebbanga. Treasury bill ebeera ya short term nti ya bbanga tono tugamba mwaka mugumu kudda wansi. So ojasanga muno bwe tuba tugambye short term investment nti bwe tuba tunaba tukuwa return eya money market fund ngeri gye tugambye nti eri short term kiba kitegeeza muno return oba interest rate gye tutera okuwa egenda beera wakati wa 9% to 11% per annum. Lwaki? Olw'okuba ezo ssente tuli muziteeka mu short term investment era ogyosanga muno amagoba goba olina ofunamu galina okugwa wakati waki
within that product.
Kati bw'obeera short term investor ojja kwesanga muno omuntu ali mu product endala ayinza oba akusingako ku rate. Ate ne minimum balance gy'otandikibwako. Kati bw'ogenda mu industry you will find nti market player abasinga balemera ku mitwalo 10 okukkiriza omuntu oyingira ki investment. Naye kati Britam yagezaako kimenyayo negamba nti n'omuntu wa wansi twagala omuntu wa wansi from the smallest person who is interested in saving I can be in ngabe tugambye nti ffenna tulina ennyingiza yaffe oŋŋamba emitwalo 10 naye that is my salary sobola kukwata musaala gwange gwonna ne nguteeka mu investment naye bw'oba oŋŋambyemu nno ŋŋenda kukendeezaako tutandikire ku mitwalo 2 of which we now broken it down ne tugamba nti kati tuve ku mitwalo 10 twagala buli munnayuganda atandika investinga mu money market fund eno okutandikira ku mitwalo 2 nti waba yagala n'okukola egy'Uganda nti bwe mba njagala n'okukola top up osobola okukola top up yoba okola ya buli lunaku oba ya buli wiiki nti njaba nterekayo buli wiiki buli mwezi tukkiriza kutandikira ku mutwalo gumu tegikyali mitwalo 5.
So with the money market fund waliwo agambye tumixingemu oluzungu so kasavu kanyama but with the money market fund emitwalo 20,000 UGX you can start investing. And I know we shall talk about how you can start a little bit later. And your top up ya mutwalo gumu. So realistically, omuntu bokera waliwo mukwano gwange wano kwali ku live Robert, very ambitious. Bwabera atugeze Robert nagamba nti if I set a target that every single day I must invest as a way to build discipline. I can join Britam Money Market Fund. Nenzuguzawo account ya mitwalo 2. Then every single day I have to make sure I send omutwalo gumu to Britam every single day religiously. At the end of the year, it's a different monster of a discipline altogether because it's low-hanging fruit. Many people can afford it. Now, omutwalo gumu every single week, every single day might be not easy for everyone, but omutwalo gumu every single week might be. Omutwalo gumu every single month might be. What matters is invest. Tugende ku fixed income fund then.
Akati nga tunagenda na ku fixed kati waliwo endala gye tulina umbrella fund. Kati umbrella fund ye customer abeera upgrading nze. Noga kati kintu nkiruddemu maze okukakasaamu no money market enkoledde naye kati njagala kwongeramu ku target yange. N'amakuba gange agakola ki. So umbrella fund yo kati yetandikira ku mitwalo 10. Nogamba nti minimum balance kale bwema n'emitwalo gyange 10 nsobola otandika n'egyo 10 gyange kanjoininge umbrella fund. Oba tusobola n'oku upgrading ntuga kati kujje mu money market kati osobola okudda mu umbrella n'okwata savings zo z'obadde otandise okozesa mu money market no upgrading n'ogenda mu umbrella. Kati umbrella yaffe eno eri balanced. Nti balance kitegeeza mbu nno ngenda kola investments mu long term ne short term. Lwaki nti tulina omuntu agenda okujja n'ekigendererwa kyagamba nze njagala savinga sente zange okumala omwaka oba nze njagala nsavinge nti essaawa zonna nsobola okujjayo akasente kange naye essaawa zonna nsobola okukateekayo saagala mu ndimitinge. Netugamba yes it is very okay you can do that. Kati umbrella fund okwawukana ku money market nti yo kati engeri akasente ko gye keeyongeddemu ne interest rate eba yeeyongera. Ne tugamba nti omuntu wa umbrella expected yield gy'olina ofuna erina okubeera wakati wa 11% to 12%. Ge magoba g'olina oba ng'olaba nga gayingirawo ku ki waliwo ne bwe tukola obulungi ne usanga ngengeze mu 13%. Economy bwe etambula bulungi. So osanga muno omuntu wa umbrella okwawukanako oli kati avudde ku mitwalo 2 kati ye atandise saving emitwalo 10 ate top up nayo kati oba ovudde ku mutwalo gumu n'otandika oteekangayo emitwalo gye 5 oba oteekayo za buli lunaku oba za buli wiiki oba za buli mwezi okusinziira ku plan zo. But the major thing Alex bwagambye nti it is to start. There's no journey that doesn't begin with a single step. So otandika mpola mpola paka bo upgrading n'ogenda ku stage yaffe ya umbrella fund.
Tugende tuli maaso ndi naawe
Denga atachakulabawo but yes. So
Wendy,
umbrella fund
yes. People keep calling me noga banange. I'm trying to tell them. So we tuli tugende maaso. So wetuva kwa umbrella fund. So what's the minimum on umbrella fund?
Kat umbrella fund yo minimum jiba mitwalo 10 gyotandikirako.
And the top up?
Top up nitugamba.
Oh no, I've lost. Oh no. Okay. He's going to come back, but let me try to answer a few questions. So, Rowis Rogers, guys, help me like the live. Rita Ken, Thank you so much for being here. Let me to like the live and share it such that it can move. Yes, Lois, yes, interest you earn on your unit trust is tax-free for now. I always add the word for now because URA, these days it's getting a little bit clever everywhere people are earning in. But in 2023, they even tried to bring in a tax on the unit trust incomes, and somehow there was a little bit of a pushback and it was dropped. But one of the very best benefit of investing with unit trusts like Britam Asset Managers is that income is tax-free. Botekayo millioni yo buli kasente ke bakuwa tewali agenda, URA will never knock on your door to earn on anything. Yeah? So, zero tax-free. Joseph K. Abuziza, what are the charges on depositing? We're going to talk about that depending on which means you are using to deposit. We're going to talk about that. Mutabazi Nkutumide Konyo, Nobert Ken Nkutumide Konyo, thank you so much for being here. I'm trying to answer people's questions as I get back, Mark, to continue going through this. So, what makes Britam different from... Britam is one of the very best. Britam has been in business for how many years in Uganda? I'll ask Mark, but it's one of the very best. It's, I think, among the top 4 biggest fund managers in Uganda. They offer, as you have heard, they offer some of the best products. They have the money market fund. They have the umbrella fund. Mark is back here. And they have even other wide range of services as a financial services hub, insurance, life insurance, general insurance. Mark, are you back? Senyonga Rashidi muganda wange nkutumiddeko nnyo. I'm open Joseph Kuruziki Joseph oyo mukama wange erinnya marenga radio nona kutumiddeko nnyo. Thank you so. Daddy German webale kubeerako nnyo. Very, very good, Banange. Those who are liking the live, Becca, Mose, I can see you, Elizabeth, Charles, Noble, Pauline. So the questions, Nziraba, I want him to come back. The process, they have an amazing product which we are supposed to launch today, right? They have an amazing product which we're supposed to launch today. The Britam Bella is a way to register with the unit trust. That right now we're going to do it as live. We're going to try it out with the people. You will register and you will see it working in real time. So, Mark, are you back?
I'm back. Hope I'm loud and clear. Sorry for that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tubadde tukyayogera ebibuuzo nga tebinaba kujjamu. Tubadde tukyayogera ku and to the people asking about treasury bonds. Tukyayogera ku umbrella fund, the minimum amount and the top ups on that, and the performance. What has been the performance like the last few months?
Yes. So the performance has really been good, despite, of course, the international issues that are ongoing, and of course there's some oil prices going high. What people have to note, the moment you join a unit trust or not take your interest okulaba muno buli ekikwatagana ku ggwanga, kuba anything can affect the market, because remember the rates are really fixed. But it depends on the market performance, especially since we lend to the government. Sente zaffe zisinga ojasanga nga tuzinvestinga mu government oba tuziwola government. So oba olina obeera interested n'omanya nti buli kimu kitwavega. So for the past months, the money market fund has really been stable. Ebadde ku 11% to 11.5% interest rate. Umbrella fund naye ebadde nnungi nnyo. For the past 3 months, it has been at 12%. Then what just tayogeddeko waliwo eya fixed income fund. Fixed income fund, unlike umbrella ne money market, yo oba okwata sente zo n'ogamba nti kanzikwateyo zibeereyo okumala ebbanga bweriti. Either 3 months, 6 months or 12 months. Sinzira ku ggolo yo gy'oba oyina. Kati ojasanga muno omuntu wa 3 months kyekimu n'owa money market fund rate yemu ebeera ku 11%. Eya 6 months ojja kwesanga nga slightly asingako owa umbrella ayinza obeera nga ku 12% oba 11.9%. Owa 12 months akolera ddala omwaka n'agamba zino sente zange nzitaddeyo sagala zikwatako kumala ogwo omwaka nga guweddeko. They get the highest return, which is has been trending between 12.5 and last month it was actually at 13%.
I see.
So kiba kitegeeza okusinziira ku gooliyo interest rates zino ziri per annum. These are per annum. Kiba kitegeeza nti bwe mba nkuwadde 12%, that is 1% every month. Nti sente zo zirina kulera mugoba ga 1% buli mwezi, naye nga eyo rate gye baba bakuwadde eba ya per annum depending on the product gy'oba okoze eki gy'oba
olonzeeko
gy'oba oyagaddemu awo.
Okay. I know waliwo abadde abuuza ekibuuzo n'agamba how do they start investing with Britam before we even, I know we're going to talk about a little bit of the economy. Waliwo abuuza what's the minimum investment in the umbrella fund, tugambye emitwalo 10 and the top up emitwalo 5.
Yes.
Yes, with the umbrella fund, with the money market fund, startup emitwalo 2, top up emitwalo 1. So I always have this idea. Investments is about the discipline, it's about the goal. Oba oyina omuntu ogwokozesa tulina I always say ewaka, you have a house manager, house help, gw'osasula sente emitwalo 2, emitwalo 3, emitwalo 10 depending what your agreement is with them. This is the time where you should invite them and say, by the way, now we emitwalo 10 gye nkuwa wano, teekayo emitwalo 5 with what? Because tugambe money market fund, it's emitwalo 5 gy'osobola otandika nagyo. Kati omukozi w'ewaka, shamba boy wo, abantu bakozi boyina ku farm, for those people who are abalina some bakozi ku farm, this is another way where you can add value to the lowest earning person in your community. N'omugambe gye emitwalo 2 gye nkuwa, kwatako emitwalo 10, kwatako emitwalo 5 ogiwe mu Britam Asset Managers, gulawo money market fund, buli mwezi otekengayo emitwalo 2, emitwalo 5. After the year, bonna boddeeka mu kyalo, ojagenda okudda mu kyalo, you don't go with just your salary savings, you go with your salary savings and the investment. But hopefully you will not even withdraw that investment, you might leave it to grow. Ogenda omulundi gumu ogule ekyapa ky'ettaka, eka y'ettaka. Then we have our friends, and I know they always listen in, and that's my biggest target these days, abali in the diaspora, especially the Arab countries, Bakadama. For the people, Ron, thank you so much for liking my live. About liking a live, for it to move. But I was talking to the Kadamas and the Sekadamas, that Oli Dubai, Oli Saudi Arabia, Oli Kuwait, Oli Qatar, instead of sending money every single month, take a bank account, and grab tools over mobile money yo nejjula ne batuka n'ogisiba ne bagamba nti you have breached the levels. No, what you should do, join Britam Asset Managers. Maybe you're going to come back in 1 year. Join the Britam Asset Managers Money Market Fund. That money every single month, funako 50%, 30%, 20%, bojako school fees. Whatever amount you can afford, I always advise you afford more. Put it in the Britam Asset Managers, invest with them. By the time you come back home after 2 years, you have something to start with for you to go and buy that big plot of land, for you to go and plant that coffee, for you to go and buy those cows you're going to take before you even go back, or even to leave it and it grows and it becomes absolutely one of your investments that you have, because some of us, we have them as investments. I've been looking at my account here right now. I think I joined the Britam in 2022, right? I don't know how I can even show to people without showing them my data, but I've been going through it. And okay, yeah, this doesn't show so much of my data, but you can see the brand, right? And I've been started looking at my statement that came yesterday night, and I see my interest every single day. And when I talk about these things, and I'm coming to you, Mark, one of the things we tell people, there is ability in investing and knowing I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I'm not in the country. The professionals are doing that job for me. And I'm earning no matter what. That omwaka sigwenda okugwako nga bakuwaddeyo ezigula ennyama noga nti oyo sijja zijjayo, at least I can see my money growing. That alone is it's an equalizer. So whenever now nawuliriza saawa eno ngogamba how do I join, now I'm interested, we're going to go into that session a little bit. But whatever goal that you do have, if your goals are long term, then you go into the umbrella fund, which is long term. It has a higher income capacity and it will grow your money a little bit faster. If your goals are short term, 3 months, 6 months, there is a friend of mine who is marrying in 6 months. And the good thing they did a year ago is open up a unit trust. And they started depositing their money in a unit trust. Never people contributing, so that to never sitting a unit trust. They said, let the money make some money. We shall get one single 2 months at close to the what, and that's when they started getting and paying the service providers. Smart way. Whatever your goal is, the unit trust can serve you. Whatever your goal is, Britam can serve you. Eh? And to me, I see my regular people are starting to come in, gold miners. Anyway, back to you, Mark. Someone had a question. It's a very simple question. How do they join? But for the people who are liking the live, thank you so much. Before we even go how people should join, someone has asked a question which I forgot. I talked about it, but I forgot to bring it back. The US dollar funds. Can we talk a little bit about that? And who it serves best?
Okay. I'll try to, let me start with the dollar. Then we shall let the people know, because I see a lot of questions coming in and comments. So I'll try to answer everyone in the next few minutes. Yes. So I'll begin with the dollar. Yes, we also have a dollar. We have a dollar unit USD fund. We call it the dollar fund. And so Britam has tried to make itself differentiate ourselves right from the competition, whereby the people have made comments and we've listened. So if you go into the industry, you'll find that most people have a minimum balance of if you want to invest in the dollar unit trust, you have to have at least 1,000 USD, some 5,000 USD. But we said, no, why don't we break this down for anyone earning in dollar or anyone doing business in dollar? We are starting from as low as 100 USD. Meaning that if I have my 100...
Have I lost Mark?
Dollars makes...
Oh, you're back now. You're back.
Even for the top-ups, you can get... Even for the top-ups, you can get as low as $100. Now the return, actually the dollar has been very stable for the past 3 months, where we've been at 4.5 to 5%. Currently it's at 5% the interest rate. Meaning that $100 is good. It's a good saving start. That is about 300,000 Ugandan shillings if you're saving in Ugandan shillings. So for the dollar, it's also available. It's a good unit trust that you can start with from as low as $100. So please, for those who are interested in the dollar, we also have that unit trust up and running for you. So I'll go on how now someone can start investing. So we've also tried to make the onboarding, we call it, of course, the account opening, very quite easy for you, whereby now we no longer need to give you the forms. You don't need to fill a form to have your account open. So before I even talk to the product we are launching, the Bella, the AI chatbot, the WhatsApp chatbot, I'll start with the two that have been ongoing. One, we had what we call the app, My Britam app. Anyone from any part of the world, you can download the My Britam app. For those on the Android versions, you go to Play Store, download My Britam Uganda. Once you download that app, it's going to give you the option of sign up. Now, when you choose sign up is going to ask you to have 2 key items ready on you. One is your national ID. For those, for our nationals, the Ugandans, you have to have your national ID. If you don't have a national ID, you must have at least a passport, which also works for our foreign nationals who don't have national IDs. So you can either use your passport or your national ID. Then 2, you will be asked to have your bank details ready. What does that mean? That means also, to answer the question I saw in the chat, can someone open an account without a bank account? At the moment, no. At the moment, you need a bank account. Now, for my people in the diaspora, what does that mean? It means you don't have to have a Ugandan bank account. What I'm very sure of in the diaspora where you are or where you're doing your daily work, you have a bank account. Actually, I know most countries it's compulsory, you must have a bank account where they monitor your earnings. So you can have those bank details. We can open an account using your bank details in whichever country you're in. Just have to ensure that you give us the correct account number and the correct account names. So why do we ask for your bank statement details or your bank details? Why? In the event that you initiate, remember our unit trust, you can top up anytime. You can also access your money anytime, meaning I can withdraw in case the emergency or need comes in. So when we are paying back that money is wired straight into your bank account, wherever it may be. So opening is quite easy, just your national ID and your bank details, and we can have your account set up. All you have to ensure is that those details you've given us are true and accurate. Then we also have the portal. So the portal is a replica, or it's just the same thing as the app, but in case you don't have a smartphone, but you have your laptop or computer, you can go ahead, and we also have those devices that may not support the app, basing even on the country. You might even be in a country where the app might not be downloadable, or it might tell you this app is unavailable in your country. So you can go ahead and download the same service or get the same access of the service from the app. Sorry, from the portal. So the portal is customer portal at Britam, customerportal.britam.com. So we'll be sharing those. I know Alex will share them in the comments also later on. You can be able to self-register. So onboarding is quite easy. You don't have to fill in any paperwork. Normally the paperwork comes in if you want to join maybe as a company we cannot onboard you on the app or portal, because the company has to go through some verification processes to ensure that the company is well registered, especially for the SACCOs and the company accounts. Even the joint accounts, you may need to fill the forms. Same thing for the kids. You want to open for your kids still, we can self-onboard. On that same portal app, you'll find we have a new product that we are actually soon going to launch. I know maybe we can have another session with Alex where we can now introduce. We just to give you an to break the shell before the official launch. It will be called Kid Nest. Kid Nest will be whereby a parent opens an account in favor of their child. So Alex can go ahead and open an account in favor of, let's say Mark is his first son. So you're the parent, you run that account on behalf of the child till they turn 18, and maybe you can now hand over the account with its benefits and they can reverse it into their names. So all those products are available and you can self-onboard. You don't need me to be there. Maybe we can guide you on how to, but all you just need to do is download that app or go to the web portal and be able to. Lastly, how have we made it easy? We now have an AI chatbot. As much as we say progress, we have technology is taking us on a high note. And people always ask for these solutions. Like, okay, I don't have time to go to your website to do this. Don't you have a WhatsApp number that I can talk to? So we have an AI or WhatsApp enabled chatbot that will allow you to onboard still. It will ask you for the same requirements, your national ID details or your passport details, and it will ask you for your bank details. So all you have to go to is just say, hi, Bella. We call it Bella. That's the name of that AI chatbot, whereby I just say, hi, Bella. Then Bella automatically, I think most of people have interfaced with such technologies, whereby you even go to customer care these days, you go to a company website and it tells you, please, how may we help you? You mention a problem you have, and within minutes, they have a solution for you. So same thing that we've introduced with this AI chatbot is to support our clients on their account opening and also any other queries they may have. So all you have to just do is say, hi, Bella, and Bella will ask you, how may I help you? Do you wish to open an account? Do you wish to get your statement? If you're already an existing client. So the moment you say hi, it will give you those options. I can go ahead and choose sign up, and I will go through the same onboarding process. It will ask me for my national ID details. I put them in. Next, it will ask me some basic questions on investing. How much do you want to start with? How long do you want to invest? Which product do you want? So you now have to choose from the products we've spoken about earlier. You can choose now to say, may I want a money market fund? They've told me of 20,000. That's what I want. Then someone else will tell you, no, may I want the umbrella? Because they've told me that one I'll get good yield. So let me go for the umbrella of 100,000. Then someone else will tell you, no, may I want the dollar? Or someone else will tell you, no, I want to open for my child. So it gives you all those options and you choose and go ahead and sign up. So it's a very seamless process.
Yeah, there are three things that you have talked about, right? omanyi bweyogedde ku bbeera tutandikire ku bbeera. For the people who are on live and want to try this out, or you want to join, you're like, Alex, how do I join? The number is ngenda gisoma mpola mpola. It's 0793 192 595. It's on WhatsApp. It's 0793 192 595. Abantu bamanyi Marita, Roberts, and my guys, Jonah. Thank you so much. Put it in the WhatsApp for people. Put it in the chat box for people to see it. It's 0793 192 595. Esa weno if you bagaita mababa Oluganda si lwangu ne bagaita mababa Mahad, thank you so much. If right now you're like I like what I'm hearing, I want to join, I want to be part of the Britam family, you have your national ID or you have your passport, this is it. Just go on WhatsApp, say hi. It will give you the prompt. You choose the opening up a bank account and start the process. By the time we shall be done with this conversation on the Britam, yes, it's there, the Britam chatbot, 0793 192 595, an amazing product, right? Anyway, there are those who, some of us who love the technology. He has talked about the app, My Britam app, or you can go to the portal. I use the portal a lot because I'm always mostly on the laptop. Okay, by the time I joined, it was just the portal, so I have not tried thinking through it through the app. So I'm still, it works. Let's continue. But a few questions which I've seen coming in, and for whatever the questions, bring them in. They have the US dollar. Yes, Britam Asset Managers, they have the US dollar and they have the UGX investments. The US dollar, a minimum $100 there, Gambia, which is very feasible. Abantu aba earning in the dollar, you can open up and you have, and we call it hedging. If the dollar works against you, the UGX works against you, at least the dollar is earning some money for you. It can take more money. If you spend in dollars and in 1 year's time you're going to take your family to the for a trip and you need dollars, like my friend Marita there and Jonah and Dennis, I can see you. Of course, there you don't need to say, let me go and buy dollars and they sell them to you expensively. Britam, you'd have invested for a full year. You just go withdraw some of those dollars. It has been earning money. You can even withdraw just the profits and you use the profits to invest, to go and take your family out there. So for the dollar, it's absolutely very good for the people, the importers, the business people, that Germany, Uganda, and the people Muchikubo. You always, dollar movements is something that is critical for you, for the business people. It's always important to have some dollar account. Now, having a dollar savings account and that your dollars are just sitting in an account is a good step. It's not the smart step. The smart step is have your dollars, put them on the dollar account with the Britam Asset Managers, let it be earning some money. Then you use the dollars. When the time comes when you have to buy something, you can withdraw the money, go to the dollar account, and buy your things from China, from Dubai, wherever you buy from. So it's a smart move for the dollar people. Then someone who has talked about the kids account, Mark has done justice to it. They're about to launch something much more, which is much better. And why is this very important? Like Marita will tell you, and Malcolm's, they will tell you, for us who are parents, planning for our kids is starting to be paramount. And planning for them sometimes means investing as little as 20,000 every single month for them. That way, ntibatukane ku university nga you're not worried. Omwana wo agende baba yagala soma bwa doctor, aleme genda mu busomesa oba agenda mu course jata yagala genda mu just because you are forcing them to take on government scholarship because the government yagala musindika. Government yagala musindika busitema naye gwe yagala asomere Kyambogo oba Makerere oba Mbalala. Ogambe no, it's okay. I invested for you in Britam. Well, your tuition wagenda okuva. Smart way of seeing things. That's why Joseph, my client, is coming from. Someone asks about the return. Mark maybe might talk about it later, but I'll give you a perspective. Extremely competitive. For a company that I've been with the Britam since I believe it's 2022, I have to confirm. That's close to 4+ years. I've never got a return below 11%. Never. So 11% and above every single year. That mu Luganda bachita omukululo, eh? There is a track record of extremely competitive performance. So this is yeah, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2026, we are still going strong. Right? I have two accounts. I think I have the money market account and then the umbrella account. So that is very, very good. Then someone who said, how often do we deposit? You can deposit every single time you have the money, even if it's every single day. Every single day you can go for it. For those who earn monthly, every single month, investments to invest with the Britam and investment in general, it's no longer a side step. It's now on the forefront. That kakande bwenfuna omutwalo gwange bwenfuna milioni yange ya UGX bwenkwatako olutuuka bweti emitwalo abiri at least a minimum 20% nendyoka nzigabanya mu investments zange, then nendyoka spending what remains. Even when I'm spending what remains and spending and nkekkereza, why? That way the ability that at the end of the month I need to also okufisaako zesobola okwongerayo as a top up in my investment, so you can invest every single minute you have. But guys who are liking my life, thank you so much. Continue liking it and it will bring on more people who have to have information. Bring your friends, call your friends. We are about into the second hour of more of such conversations. Yes, Mark, back to you.
Yes, so there's a lot of, also I've seen comments coming in on security and safety of people's money. So what you have to know for whoever is joining, that we have a regulator set in place. Regulator is the person who oversees and ensures that your money is well protected, your money is well invested, and the returns that we promise you are well guaranteed. That regulator is not, most people mistake us for Bank of Uganda. No, Bank of Uganda regulates the commercial banks in Uganda, but when it comes to investments, anything to do with shares, people dealing in stocks, equities, I've seen someone commenting on IMTN shares. So whoever is selling those shares is regulated by a body called the Capital Markets Authority. So the Capital Markets Authority ensures that whoever says they're a fund manager have to get a license from them. Yep. So the Capital Markets Authority is the one who issues the license to Britam Asset Managers and ensures that we are licensed and have the portfolio to keep your money safe. So your money is safe. And what some of the steps they put in place was by ensuring that whoever is a fund manager, we have what we call a custodian bank. That custody bank or custodian bank keeps or oversees the safekeeping of your money. Meaning that even if this company or licensed fund manager was to wake up and leave the market, they do not go with your money. Your money remains in the safe custody of the custodian bank recognized by the regulator. So your money is always safe. And there is nowhere in place where Britam is in direct contact of your investments. All we do is send instructions on how that money should be invested. So that money, even when you're topping up or investing, you will see that we shall give you bank details of our custodian banks. You will be depositing that money on a custodian account. So your money is always safe, and we encourage you to trust the investments. So the only reason why actually unit trusts have taken long to catch up in Uganda, or why people have not really embraced them, this is also something I want to address. In the comments, I've seen someone saying they lost money. So most people normally mistake the life policies with unit trusts. So these are quite two different products, especially now when you bring in an insurance company. Someone says, I lost my money there. Oh, you people told me this. And
the endowment policies.
Yes. So these are quite different, because now remember, those policies require you they lock in your money. You're not allowed to withdraw that money for a given period of time. Whereas here, you have the convenience to withdraw your money. Like we said, like it's a savings account, but you're hitting two birds with one stone. I'm saving, at the same time, I'm investing. My money is making me interest at the end of the day. So this is another offering that is similar to a life policy, but quite better. Why? In the event that you had an emergency, you can be able to withdraw some of your funds, cater for that emergency, and later on top up. And top ups, like we said, anytime. You're allowed to top up anytime, whether it's daily, depending on your goals as an individual. Daily, weekly, monthly, please go ahead and start saving. But the best thing to encourage people is that the best time to start is now. And please, like we said, if you see it's something about safety, start with your 100K or 20K, put it there just to see, is this money going to grow like they've told me? You monitor it. With time, you will see it's a very good return. Investments are the what we call most safest, most low risk, and the guaranteed returns, at least. You guaranteed that, yes, my money is there, it's safe, and every month I should see something coming in on my unit trust.
Mark, you have brought in a very good point, which I cannot live without talking about it. It will be not doing it justice. I know for abakkiriza tulina kye tuyita Holy Trinity, mu linnya lya Taata n'ery'Omwana n'erya Mwoyo Mutukuvu. Holy Trinity. In investments, we have the investments safety trinity. Now, Mark has brought it up so much from someone inside. Now I bring it up from someone outside, how I see it, right? One of the things that make money market funds or the unit trusts or the fund, these types of capital markets investments safe for your money is the trinity of safety. The trinity of safety, but you take how it works, then you will start getting a little bit of more comfort. One, we're right now talking about Britam asset managers. Britam asset managers are a fund manager. They are the specialized investment team, if I'm to use that word. But at no time, Mark achiresa bulungi munagamba custodian bichi. At no time do they be the one handling your money. That the sente ziri ku account ya Mark. No. That money, if you are with Britam Money Market Fund as a unit trust, that money is safe in a custodian bank. That brings in the custodian, the keep of your money. Now, with the custodian, one thing people will notice is all custodians are also licensed by Capital Markets Authority, and they only license banks as custodians. Why? So think about it. But why name it wale kumi mu bank A, and you trust that that money is safe in your bank? That means that's the same bank that is licensed to be the custodian of your investments. The only difference here is they are managing a collective for a unit that is Britam Money Market Fund. Then we have the third, the trustee, that oversees the operations of the fund manager, of the custodian. The trustees is also licensed by Capital Markets Authority. Now you will hear so much as we talk so much. I'll bring Mark and Mark's colleagues so much more as we have these conversations, as you get to know about Britam and the products Britam has. But you'll hear so much. They are licensed and regulated. Regulated means there is things they must do. So that also gives you the comfort that, one, there is an overseer, and the trustees are always, most times, they are banks, to make sure your money, your investments, your hard-earned money is safe. This is not the same as investing in Capital Chicken. The manager of the Capital Chicken go sente, go yakola buli kimu, ye supervising, ye licensing. No, there is yakuwa receipt. Waliwo emitendera to make sure your money is safe and you won't lose your money. That's why you see, for a moment, they will never even promise you outrageous returns, 100%. Why? Because even how they deploy it, it's prudent enough to make sure they never lose your capital. So I thought about to talk about that. Then someone talked about, can I withdraw my income every single month? I'll use myself as an example. I structured my investments in money market funds, in unit trust, in such a way that my monthly bills right now, ngojeko school fees months are tricky, but my monthly bills, every single month, I know which unit trust pays me for what I needed to pay. Like I invested and it reached a level, then I know, okay, my Britam money market fund, my Britam umbrella fund, buli mwezi bwempe mtalo janga asatu as my income, kwa asatu kwenkwataka buli mwe tanu, and I pay for masanyalazi. So you can withdraw. Very good for planning. And my capital is not affected. I'm only withdrawing income. With smart money and smart planning, it's an absolute good way. So it's a good way. So for the people who have a little bit of more capital or more money to invest and want to kind of build something within in a way that makes them to continue earning some money while withdrawing, that's the smart way to do it. Then someone asked Deogratius, I think I quoted your name, where you said you have invested in Mitwalo Nkaga. Congratulations, my man. Congratulations. Deogratius, you said abakuwa akasente katono nyo every single day, but you are earning every day. So Ndikulive kuno, reach out to me. I believe I've quoted the name correctly, but I'll also verify the information. I'll top up for you, and you make it $1 million by the end of this month. So I'll top up for you to make it $1 million in your Britam account, and you start earning a little bit more money. But I'm investing in you for one good reason, in such a way that you can make more money. And for you, you have to top up. One of the best things with these products, for you to benefit from them, you should be in a position to top up a little bit more money. Every single month, I'm going to invest in you because you have said you have invested already. So let's push you to $1 million. I'll put for you into $1 million. Reach out to me. By the way, I've only told it to Deogratius, not to anyone else. So for Deogratius, I'll push for you to reach the $1 million. Mukisago. But I want to see you also pushing yourself more and more. You reach levels where the money that you'll be earning in will even be more than the money you started with. Yes, Deogratius Butex, I've noted the name down. So it's extremely important. Someone has talked about Mark, I'll ask it to you directly. That withdrawal charges, and can we talk about that? Is it, I think either withdrawal or deposit charges. Where do they go? What avenues can they? Because it's actually a very good question about how do I reduce my costs? How do I make sure my costs are down? Whether I'm depositing money, if I'm depositing emitwalo ebiri, I want to deposit it ngati bagenda kunsala nusu nkumi bbiri. Njagala depositing emitwalo ebiri ngati bansalako yadde oba bansalako nusu bibiri. That way manye emitwalo gyange ebiri gigenda gikole bukozi sente.
Yes.
Is there the pillow? He's talking about deposit charges.
All right. So, thank you for that. There's some very good insights there. I'll start with the withdrawals. So, withdrawals, you can be paid in less than 24 hours. Meaning that if you put in an instruction, whether you withdraw from your app, whether you put in, you write to the email account, or you put in a form, instruction form, that money is paid to you in less than 24 hours. That means if I put in money today, tomorrow around the same time, I should have money in my bank account. Also okay to notice that the working hours is when working days, the weekdays, because banks normally don't allow transfers on the weekends. So no meaning that if someone did a withdraw today, it's probably going to get that money on Monday. Early Monday. So withdrawals less than 24 hours, you're paid. Then for the charges and top-ups, even your first-time deposits. So we are trying to create avenues that are quite convenient and cheaper. But the most convenient one that clients prefer, especially those in banks, you can do an RTGS. You can put in an instruction with your bank or an EFT. That means the money will move from your bank account and it will come to the Britam account, catering for your investment. It can be, you can even do a standing order. We have clients who do standing orders with their banks. Let's say in case I have an account in Centenary, I will tell them that every month or end of month, please send 100,000 to Britam's account. So automatically, I don't even have to write any forms. Automatically, they'll keep deducting that 100,000 and they put it in my. So that arrangement can be done with your bank. So charges always depend on the process you choose. RTGS is normally more expensive. Why? It is real time. RTGS is a real time gross settlement. It means same day. Money will leave your account. It will appear on the Britam account same day. If you do the EFT, which is quite cheaper, I think it's normally actually 3,000 to 5,000 depending on the bank. That one will take 48 hours to reflect on the other bank. So whichever is convenient for the client. So it means if you have actually now for those clients who have, because our custodian banks, like we said, it's Stanbic and Standard Chartered. For our umbrella and money market funds, they are in Standard Chartered. For the fixed income fund and the dollar, they're in Stanbic. So if you're in any of those banks, automatically there are no charges because it is bank to bank. But if it is in another bank, I mean Centenary, I'm sending Standard Chartered, automatically that bank will charge you some small charge for sending that fee. We also have mobile money deposits. We've brought in Airtel. Airtel is a bit high compared to how much you're sending. But before you automate the transfer or before you authorize, they always show you the charges that they are going to charge. And if you see that it's unacceptable charge, you can go ahead and make the transfer. MTN is quite feasible. You can actually do a top up on MTN direct to the bank account. Either you use the mobile banking option or we have a merchant code. Depending on the fund you're in, you dial *165 hash, then you choose the amount you want to transfer. So even MTN will show you the particular charge that depending on the amount you're sending. Of course, those charges. So then the last bit is for especially our people here home, agent banking outlets. You can walk into any agent banking outlet as long as it has that shared platform. The Centenary machine can deposit for you direct on Standard Chartered. The DTB machines can do for that for you. Now, when you walk into an agent banking platform, it is normally free. Actually, it's free of charge these days. They don't charge you for depositing. So if that is more convenient for you, that's also an option. If you prefer mobile money, that's also a very good option. Then we've also made it feasible for you to top up on the app. For those who download the app, if you can even go on the portal, we've introduced that option whereby I can top up and it initiates an OTP on my mobile money. I authorize the wire money direct to my unit trust. So for the charges, it depends on the method that is most convenient for you. If you find that the charges on mobile money are too much, then the bank transfer would make more sense. If the bank transfer is a bit too much for you, then the agent banking option would also be a good option for you to transfer that money.
Okay, yes. Thank you so much for that, Mark. I've seen a few other questions that are coming in, and I'm going to try to answer a few of them. I'll start with Nadia. Nadia, Britam recently celebrated 60 years. Not recent, it was last year around June, end of June or early July. Amazing 60 years in existence. Now, a company that has been there for 60 years, it tells you the journey for the next years is amazing. And we are here so much talking about Britam asset managers, the fund managers for the different unit trusts. But as you can see behind Mark, the Britam brand is a financial services masterpiece. Insurances, general insurances, life insurances. We shall talk about some of those a little bit later. But 60 years. Their offices, Mark, is it still Akibua? That nice, amazing building? Yes, it's at Akibua. I've ever been there at a very nice rooftop there. Yeah. For those of you who work in one day gear and you're like, let me first go and I see if realistically boita no yamukako wagulu kwa Akibua bali ya usime chamu. Ngobo tuse.
That lane across next to Nakasero Hospital, opposite Emin Pasha Hotel. We are here at that road is called Akibua Road. Yes, Nakasero, yes. So it's a Britam building. You can't miss it.
Perfect. Then on the second question, someone asked, if they have 100,000, how much do they have to make in a unit trust like Britam Asset Managers, whether it's a Britam Money Market Fund or Umbrella Fund? Now, let me take a step back on this question because it's always extremely important when putting that question in regards to mitwalo kumi, mitwalo abiri buli mwezi, mitwalo asatu. One, before you invest, I know it's always hard to do it fully here, but what will get one? Have a goal. Oh, I've lost Mark, but I hope he will come back. Let me see. Okay. Mark, are you back? Before you invest, have a goal. Wewe yogambe nti mu myaka 5 ngenda kwata emitwalo 10 buli mwezi. Emitwalo 10 botaka emitwalo 10 mu unit trust, you're not going to get so much money. No, in the right away. Realistically speaking, giri emitwalo 10. I don't want also to overpromise this in a way that literally ends up someone cheating on you. No. Naye at least kyenkakasa kiri kimu. Ku mitwalo 10 niweewayo n'ogamba emitwalo 10. I'm doing these calculations right now. Abantu abalina emitwalo 10, emitwalo 2, what would you do? Emitwalo 10 mu mwezi ogusooka bajja kuwaayo sente almost like nusu 10,000 which is very little. It might sometimes be discouraging, but do not give up. Bw'oteekayo emitwalo 10 n'oweza omwaka mulamba emyezi 12 oba otaddeyo kumpi emiliyoni 1.2 ogwo omwezi bagenda kuwaayo mitwalo emirala nga 8 oba 9 ogwo mwaka mulamba. So think about it this way. That is bonus. For some of us who are employed, when your employer announces a 5% bonus at the end of the year, you almost want to go ogule ensi number. Omukyalo bw'ayagala mutwala Maldives, naye bonus kuba kuwadde wa miliyoni 1. So it's the same. Then, the second year, you continue doing the same. By the end of the second year, oba otaddeyo miliyoni 2.4, amagoba ge baba bagenda okuwa is goba ofunye up to that point. Oba oyingidde emitwalo kati emitwalo kumpi 4 in total. But you have to keep going. Kati omusajja yabuza mitwalo 10 as we wait for Mark to come in. Bw'okikolera emyaka 5, I always say emyaka 5 for me is the cut-off period for you to start benefiting from this. And I will explain to you why. Woyiwereza emitwalo 10 ng'otekayo emitwalo 10 n'oweza emyaka 5, oba otandise okufuna kumpi emitwalo 10 oba emitwalo 8 ku mitwalo 9 ng'amagoba buli mwezi. So if you are listening in right now, no government, how much do I earn? Of course, the starting position is not going to be that big. You're not going to earn so much out there. Leya nkutumidde konyo, and for the people who like my live right now, for it to keep going. Nyambako like nge live esobola okutambula. So emitwalo egyo 10 for the first 5 years, you would have reached close to 10 million. Naye ng'otekayo emitwalo 10. Ambrose nkutumiddeko nnyo. Okitegere. Katwalo yabuza nagamba ate bwe mba nina emitwalo 2. Ewe emitwalo 2 ate gwe oba oyingidde mu babedde. Omanyi abantu abasaving emitwalo 2. Bw'osavingira emitwalo 2 for 5 years, you have to give yourself a minimum 5 good years. Bw'osavinga emitwalo 2 ng'ozinvestinga, ogenda oyingira after 5 years ng'oyingidde miliyoni 2 ng'otandise ofuna kumpi emitwalo 2 buli mwezi nga magoba. Ago genjogerako bw'ogafunye after 5 years oba ogafuna nga magoba. Kati gukuba mu nkuba kyeyo. Kadama mikwano gyange peace nkutumiddeko Gilbert Ashaba. Oli nkuba kyeyo, oli Dubai. Omazeyo emyaka 3. Nina mukwano gwange Joan ali awo Dubai. Yakamala emyaka 5. Omukwano muza naye Joan. Onatera okudda e Kampala. Oyina ojja n'emitwalo 3. Ne mani nkyeyiya. Okukakananga kanyongereko contract nyongera okuweereza omuwalabu. Naye singa akwata emitwalo 2 oba emitwalo 3. Mitwalo 2 oba emitwalo 3. Osobolera ddala emyezi buli mwezi otuuka okudda e Kampala. Ng'oyina wojja ssente. Waliwo topic gyetera okwogerako nga ba Britam bwe bakomawo gyetera okugamba first wait to construct. Mwe bankuba kyeyo lindako okugula akataka 3 lwaki? Kwata ssente ezo soko zinvesting ogenda okudda e Kampala bw'omalayo emyaka 3 gwe nkuba kyeyo ogenda okudda e Kampala nga oyina wojja kasente. Akakasente k'osobola okukozesa okukola ebirala. Waliwo agambe bwe mba nina miliyoni 10. Gwa miliyoni 10 leka naawe gw'oli mugagga. Miliyoni 10 n'ozikwata omulundi gumu n'oziteeka mukankikubalire wano kakyuta yange njirina ntambula nayo. Okay, I'm not presenting it. Owa miliyoni 10 otandikirawo mu mitwalo 10 buli mwezi. Bazikuweerawo. Baani yampadde ekirabo ekyo simutegedde naye neyanziza. Bazikuweerawo mitwalo 10 right away. kati waliwo yabuze ekibuuzo, I don't know if it was Carol yadde ono omanyi muteekako bu flowers ne sitasoma mannya gammwe to remember you munansonyiwa yaddeko ne ka flowers oba angels oba ki n'abuzaga can I with noteka miliyoni 10 awo sente z'omukozi oba ozimaze miliyoni 15 miliyoni 2 school fees tugenda mu school fees tonnazaala oli mulenzi oli mukyala tonnazaala naye osubira okuzaala teeka natiko savinga mu unit trust mpola mpola oligenda okuzaala ng'omwana wo school fees wozijja ziva mu unit trust ziva mu investments zo ozadde omwana wo wa mwaka gumu mutandika omutegekera muteereyo sente mpola mpola in 5 years 7 years anigenda otandika primary oba secondary ng'oyagala mutala musomero eddungi namagunga nabisonsa agaga miliyoni bangambye ennaku zino kitende ya miliyoni 4 etaamu neŋŋamba kiki kino miliyoni 4 ninga awo investing mpola mpola bw'oba oyagala omwana wo asomero ekitende. Which unit trust would I advise? This live is sponsored by Britam Asset Managers. Go to Britam. Hold. Mark Rogers, can I save for 3 kids in one account? Absolutely. Whatever your goal is, your unit trust is one of the solutions. Now, you know, I talk about treasury bonds. I talk about unit trust. Your unit trust is one of the solutions you need. Mufuna. Joseph K. Abuza, Inheritance Matters. When you are filling up your unit trust, they ask you for your next of kin. So there are 2 ways. One, or you believe you are high risk, you can start investing for your kids directly. Mark, we have in a few months, the kids corner, right? The kid, you invest for that kid right away. That asset is in their name. But most importantly, even if you invest for yourself, they will ask you for your next of kin, and you can also remember, banangi mukole kubiramo. Do your wills. Bukola your will. Put in your assets. A unit trust, a money market fund is an asset. Jiteke mogambe nina accounti mu Britam Asset Managers. Account A. Nebota yogera sente zilikozo ga sente ziliyo ziwadde Alex kakande nengwa mu bintu. Oyo kuba ziwadde nze nengwa mu bintu. Nengamba mukama nzijukidde. Bitshayi nkutumiddeko nenga mukama azijukidde bantaddemu kiraamu nengira. So you can okitegedde bw'otateeka muteeka mu mutabani wo omugambe ne kiraamu kyo nti nina account nga bw'otekayo sente nti eno ya account yange eri mu Britam ngitaddeyo ya mwana wange. One of the most important things, and this is where someone Kakandi, why don't you open up a church? Because you're somehow preaching. Is education. The equalizer of education. Omanyi, fabave masaka, abava mbyalo ebisinga, we know. Do you know how many brilliant kids whose life is cut short, whose futures is always cut short, because they couldn't afford to take them for higher education or in good schools, or to go to do the courses they wanted to do. Omanyi banyinaffe abali mu nsi z'abawalabu, and they will tell you nze kakande nali mugezi nga mu kiraasi nsaza kimu nga 4 5 6 7 gugwa wali. First grade it was never a problem. Nina tuka mu senior 6 nga muzei taina ganyongerayo okakana ntute mu technical ya kusoma ba plumbing. That's why I found that oba kugenda kusoma buki busomesa bwa nursery. Koze ngeno aba ofuna omulimu nga bampa emitwala 2 mitwala 3 ninga ati akanzije mu kiyumba. So what do? You invest for your child right now for the education. Kasome anagendo tuka mu senior 6 nga agimaze ngosobola ogamba njagala ogenda osoma obusawo. Gende embalala bakugambe muzeyi ambalala mfunye private school fees semester miliyoni 3 ogambe na investinga mu Britam Asset Managers wali tuwezezayo miliyoni za fasatu buli mwaka batuwa amagoba ge batuwa ago gagende gakusomese ne basobola mbalala because semester ya miliyoni 3 kankutwale eggulu era mu busawo nayo mwana wasome omwana wasome bwoba owerera omwana essaawa eno gwayingiza 5,000 6,000 muwerere ng'olekawo 10,000 for the future of the education, for the future education. Ezo sente ziteeke mu investments, ziteeke mu unit trust, ziteeke mu treasury bonds. Kyobala waliwo conversation gye twalina wano ku online ne tugamba abantu bw'obanga you can afford maximum is 1 million for every term for your child, mutwale mu ssomero lya 7,000 egye 3,000 ogi-investing for their future of their education. Tubamanyi bangi nnyo nagamba nti nze lwaki seeyongerayo sente zaabula. Right now you know better. Ne bw'oba otekayo 5,000 mu Britam Asset Managers n'ozitekayo ne ziwera, it will compound. That money will grow. Leave it there. In 20 years from now, omwana wo ng'ayingira university, omwana wo ng'ayagala kukola course, ayagala soma bwa engineering, tafunye government, tetumanyi government oba eribaawo sponsorship, ojja ogambira no, it's okay, I can afford. Ayinza oba tojja sobola makerere, wakiri ojja musindika ekyambogo, ojja musindika eggulu, ojja musindika ebusitema, naye ajja soma engineering course gy'ayagala gy'awulira. Mwababedde omwana we yagala agenda asomere Kenya, agenda asomere ku Strathmore, oyagala agende Malaysia, oyagala agende Australia, bwana asoma ajja malo soma asigale nayo. Omutegekedde ki? Scholarship zifuse scholarship tezikyalabika. Awugamba kankwate 5,000 nzi investing. Aligendo otuuka baligendo munyamugamba nonye somero weriri. Afune university ng'agifunye Australia. Bamugabe school fees beetaaga $1,000 mugambe tewali buzibu. I've invested for you. Ku Britam ninayo miliyoni zange 10. Kankwateko zenkutteko nkuwo genda osome. Agenda asome course asigaleyo na ugambe I thank God I saw the future. Education is extremely important. Right? So you have to think about this in a way that has not been the case. You have to think about it in a way that kumulemba omupya ng'omuntu awulirizaako ku bantu nga bakakande. And so many people who talk about these things. Now, most times, every time I have where people are not liking the live and there are so many people, it means they are listening in, and I love that. So you listen in and you pay attention, like, omuvubuka ono kyayogera kiki. Let me take it in. Let me take it in. Wonna woli oli Kampala oli mukwa ebirooto bye biri ki? Invest, invest, invest. Ebirooto byaffe biri ebirooto bisatu. I speak so much because I'm a parent. And I know many people who sometimes listen to us are parents. You are either a parent or you're about to become a parent. Mother, father, whatsoever, it doesn't matter. Do you know, mulimu ebintu byosobola okugumira. Mulimu obulumi bwosobola okugumira to just shield your child away from that kind of pain or from any type of pain. If I'm to ask you right now, how many of you would literally comb the floor with your tongue just to know that your child can be better, can have a better world? How many of us will go at extreme measures for your child to have better in life? Chechi tutambuza abava mu Uganda. Abaana bali awo mu Saudi nakugamba Alex sikyayagalayo naye buli lwendowooza ku zadde lye naleka e Kampala. Buli ndowooza ku baana be naleka e Kampala njagala babeeko obulungi ate bo babe ne future etajja basobotsa kujja wano. And what is the better way to prepare for your child? You invest in their education. You invest for them. So, to invest in their education, it means to invest some money aside for now to study now, but also for them to study tomorrow. Nina kawala kange. Buleka tula nengamba mama singa na ina nekakolerayo just an island nenkawonya enseno. But I know it's impossible. So what do? I prepare her. I prepare for her. Kasome. Njagala asome. Akole kyayagala. Aleme kumanyi. Omuntu asomye tamanyibwa. Anjagala asome kose nnungiko. I don't want to wake up one day ngambe why? Genda simu kunyomerera. Nenzagala mugamba agenda ku nursing nga sinjayagala. Ebintu byenga biri mukubera the finance analyst nga kitaawe. Naye olwokuba I didn't prepare very well, now he can't go to study the course jagalo soma. Agenda asome CFA, SCCA, CPCU, those professional courses that will fly you in the world. Engineering, simanyi data analyst, simanyi bichi. Tetubitegana bitegana naye abantu ababikola bafuna sente empitirivu. What do? I'm thinking it right now. I'm thinking about it tomorrow. They have a unit trust account. They have a treasury bond account. Buli mwezi nentikako emitwalo nebegibe 5 nebaka bulungi. Nebona ndaba noga nti saati nja kwambala emu after 3 months, it's okay. Just to make sure. Because I'm literally willing to take a certain level of pain in to allow or to protect, to give them a chance to have better in life. Ekyokubiri, Abaganda simanyi oba kuno kuliko abageye. Bwoba oli mugeye, Guys are wearing one shirt is branding. Bwoba oli mugeye, Abaganda balina olugero olugamba. Si lugero, omubala gw'abengeye baga gugamba. Etutu. No, guli. Tutu lifumita likyali to. Tatula asulumba busulumbi. Bwekuba kuliko abageye bannange mbalamusizaako bannyiraze ne baganda bangi. Omubala ogwo gugamba tutu lifumita likyali to. Tatula asulumba busulumbi. Abantu bwe bayinterpretinga omubala ogwo baguinterpretinga mu ngeri eyaabwe. Mu finance tuguinterpretinga tutya? Nti etutu bwe buvubuka bwo. Abadde balowooza ettutu eddala mwekubire mu kuba akabonero. Ettutu bwe buvubuka bwo. Lye likolerera obukadde. Ffenna tujja kaddiwa wabayi gye tuli. Bwe tulaba abakadde b'emyaka 5, myaka 45, myaka 6 gye tulaga. Akyereze buli lwenda omuntu w'emyaka 6 mugambi weesimi kubanga bwe mba nkyali mu 3 ngamba musaba Mukama nnyambe ntuukeko eyo mu myaka 6. Niye ati njagala ntuukeyo nga at least nina kyendiddeko kyensobola okulya. Guno omulembe ogwedda bakitaffe, they invested in us. We are their pension. Bataata baffe, bamama baffe, we are their pension. Nti sente zange zonna nazikwata neziteeka mu baana ne basoma oba biki kati ke bandabirire. Gye tulaga tujja labirira abaana baffe. Nze kachiro kankyogere nga mu kusoomooza. And I'm speaking about this from a finance perspective. And you pay attention. Emyaka 10 kosa zonna ze twali twegomba okusoma. Right now, AI is challenging them. Emyaka 10 okuva kati, emyaka 2 okuva kati. It's no longer easy to tell a child into kisomofuke engineer, software engineer. Because almost all of a sudden right now, artificial intelligence and the cloud AI, and you should pay attention to technology movements. It's taking them away. Emirimu gyonna gye apologies guys. Emirimu gyonna which were inspired to do. Mu myaka 2 almost technology is challenging them. Kitegeeza abaana betwali tulowooza nti bwe tubaweerera ne bafuna emirimu batulabirira. Tulabise okulabirira abaana baffe. Olabise okutuuka ekiseera oweze emyaka ozaale kitabani kyo kiweze emyaka 3 ng'akyali mu nju. ngati nawo tunano muganda ngo olaba nensi jawo tena nsijo yinza musindika. What does that send to your brain? Let me invest. That is a potential future we are staring at. That is the potential future we are staring at. Nti omwana jawera wa myaka 3 ngomwe mutagulina ate webali. Actually yefe we tuli mubazadde tuli wakati tulano nga muzeeyi na ali myaka nkaaga yakyakola yakyagula emmere wakajolya. Ovayo ko ku Friday nogenda for weekend wifing or weekend husbandry. Nena ategana nga bwaki tabane kyange tekyakweyimirizaawo. Si byangu. So if it's hard right now, think about it 15 years from now. Awogambira, let me get gino emitwalo 5 ono yogurt omwana gwenjagala omugulira. Buli lwasaba yogurt nga mugati wali yogurt nezo sente kanzikutere mu Britam. Zinakuyambako. Buli lwasaba kino sirina sente naye kanzikutere mu Britam. Mu maaso eyo gye tulaga tekigenda kubeera kyangu. Tekigenda kubeera kyangu. Frank akutumiddeko, Katongole nkutumiddeko. Nadia. Mwina kwe muli bana nko kundaga wano the long term listeners watabaddeko 10 plus minutes. Nsima nnyo. Medical bills. Bw'obanga osaba fa abasabi abakkiriza. Bw'obanga osaba sabanga nnyo Mukama akuwonye a medical catastrophe. One medical bill can literally make you sell your entire life's investments. One like this. And what? Bakugamba gamba nti olina cancer. Ne bagamba chemotherapy n'ogende mulagaawo ne bagamba okulaba omusawo 3. Ne bagamba buli week wetaaga million 2 million 3. N'ogamba onaazijja luddawo. Ate abantu abasinga we do not even have medical insurance. Kati watu ina medical insurance. Nguba ogamba medu sijja gisobola. Kwata ye emitwalo 5 oginvesting ogambe zino for emergency. Bobaka erencha ne bankubira essimu wa ya Mungu nti nino omulwadde. Obanga nze mulwadde. Ne bagata tugenda mukwatako paka ngotadde million awo ku gundi. Sigenda tunda plot yange ku layisi. Million emu nawe nino jijja. Abantu batunda ebintu byabwe mumbeera nga kizibu kigudde. Nagamba kunkole ki nga talina kyakola. Kwatayo million emu, million 2 ziteeke ku unit trust zibeereko tozijjaako. Lubakubira ne bakugamba nti omusawo agambye tagenda kukwata ku mwana wo nga tonna bateeka million emu ku account. Wokubira aba unit trust nti mumpe sente zange kyekyazinteesaayo. Wokubira aba unit trust nga Britam mumpe emitwalo gyange 5 egyo nsooke netereza. Togenda kusingayo mmotoka, togenda singayo nyumba. Because ojafuna ekizibu nguba kugambe bayotaga million 5 nga wallahi mu nyumba tozirinamu. Ogenda wamanire no mugambe akugambe alabe how desperate you are. Akugambe ndete nyumba yo. Enyumba ya million 10. Akugambe sente zange zagala mwezi gumu. Ne mwezi gumu ononye sente zikubule. Aho interest etandika okulinnya. Mu mwaka gumu eyakuwa million 5 nga ziri million 2. Mu mwaka 2 atwale nyumba yo amaanyi go gonna g'okoleredde. Omwana agatwale. For one emergency. Weetegekedde otya emergency yo. Kwata yaka sente. Okateke unit trust ya Britam. Kwata kaka sente obaiko wokateeka nga ogambe for that is an emergency fund. I will even tell you, you know me for so much for treasury bonds. I say this without fear or favor. Never buy a long treasury bond. Nga tonnaba gula unit trust. Never invest for long term. Nga tonnaba ku investing for emergency. Invest for emergencies. Obulamu bwe tutambuliramu omusajja yagenda n'agamba you are either in a problem or out of the problem or going into a problem. That's how life is. naye ebizibu ebisinga buli obeerawo n'emitwalo 5 mitwalo 2 mitwalo 3 wavaayamu ngo ebizibu ebisinga osobola obisolovinga. Buli obeerawo n'owojja emitwalo 10 mitwalo 2 wavaayo oyimuka. Bw'obeerawo n'oteekako ssente n'oteeka miliyoni zo 2 ne zituuka ku unit trust nga zitudde ne ziwerayo ng'omanyi olina wojja emitwalo 225 abaana bo tebasobola kusula njala yadde olunaku n'olumu. Because ojja kugamba bampeja emitwalo 3 ng'ogula wali akawunga ng'ogula wali ne mukene ng'ogamba musooke muli ekyo paka lwe ndyeterereza. Wiigi zayogedde wano Walukoti Uganda nkutumiddeko. Bannaffe bayitirivu baaluzinga between I personally studied statistics and mathematics. But we twasomera statistics ng'abantu abasoma statistics, one of the best job gy'osobola okukola for those people who are liking the live, thank you so much. We twasomera statistics nga the best job gy'osobola okukola yali monitoring and evaluation. Monitoring and evaluation. Abagimanyi mugimanyi. Right now it's almost an irrelevant course. Lwaki? Monitoring and evaluation yayimirirawo nnyo because of NGOs, because of USAID, because of European Union funding. Era abantu abayingira mu monitoring mu M&E mu 2008 to 2012 bakola sente empitirivu. They traveled the country everywhere. They were funded everywhere. They were there. Ngolia kugamba, I'm a monitoring and evaluation specialist, data analyst. Abantu, they lost the jobs is a USAID. Nga bayina loans, they have yet to recover. They have lost almost everything. Imagine losing a job at 40, what you have been working for 20 years in NGOs. NGOs onazigalawo. And a sovereign bill, bana batumbavu gye bali mu kuleeta, it's threatening the civil society. If it has not already threatened it. It has crippled. That industry alone was employing so many people. But somehow, somewhere, some people who plan for us do not think. Maybe some of you here, you remember DGF. DGF was 100 million facility, 100 billion every single year. DGF was touching from the corners of every single city or town in this Uganda. I worked on DGF in some capacity. Netugenda Amorata, Katakwi, Serere, nga DGF GLE. Nga they fund small organizations ezirabirira abaana abamulekwa abanimi nga ate organizations okubyala ezo baziwa miliyoni 10-15 omwaka. Bantu babiri olina afunako omusala gwa mitwalo 8 sente nsigaddewo ne zirabirira a community nga muli sente. Do you know how many people started businesses across towns supplying office supplies to NGOs? 100 billion closed. USAID closed. World European Union closed. Why? Now we are bringing a sovereign bill. Nonsense. But I'm bringing that for one reason. Nti okusomozebwa okwo kwe tutambuliramu. Next day you can lose your job. What would you have prepared for yourself? Awugambira nti bw'avaayi kanneetegekere newe nina omulimo. Waliwo mukwano gwange ennyo ndudde okwogerako ne munoonyeeko Joan. Bamuyita Joan Mugenze. She's a life coach. Joan's signature statement is, plan your exit on your first day at work. You literally, you think about the next that I'm out of this job, the day you enter in. And the things by'olina okkola because of the first day is you start investing for that. Like I said, you are either in a problem, out of a problem, or entering a problem. That's life. At least bw'obeera you are walking through problems like that, bw'oba olina ojjawo akasente osobola okuyimuka, osobola okutambula bulungi, sente zo zikwate bulungi. Kulaivu kuno, the people who follow me are mostly men. It's a funny thing. The people who pay for my consultations are mostly women. Yet somehow my numbers show me men follow me more than women. But this is for the men. Bwatali kufuna mwaka sente. Nga tunaba kulowooza kufuna mukazi oyo wakubiri. Soko investing obukadde bwo. Kubanga omusajja w'emyaka 7 nga tolinaamu yadde 10 ate ensi ekunyiga nnyo n'okusinga omukyala. Kubanga yo omukyala baba alina abaana fe tuba ne ssente bwe mba ne ssente emitwalo 2 nga njagala zigaba muzeeyi we mu 5 mukadde mu 10. So kitegeeza that is where I'm going. Investing obukadde bwo muvubuka munnange. Sente zonna tozikuba mu zzaala. Okubye ezzaala emyaka 10 tokubangako muyindi yadde miliyoni 2 naye bw'obalaabalamu ku app buli lunaku ofiirwa sente empitirivu. Sigambye nti zaala mute because sometimes it's the thrill. Naye nze nagambako omuntu nanga nti Alex nze mbonyebonyereza ne muganga tukole bwe tuti. Buli lw'ogenda okusiba akapapula bw'oba ogenda siba ka 15,000 sooka okwateyo 15,000 ozisindike mu investments. Ne tukikolera emyezi 6 nga buli wiiki mu checkinga in naga nti ze era wendi wano Arsenal yange bagitwala naye nataddeyo akapapula bagenda kunjuza naye because we planted a single other activity on top of that. You started seeing the money mu investments and kugula. Nataka take a cent more in the investments. That was the way to take away his addiction in betting. Kati nawo omukyala oyina omwami wo akera kumanya ngeza mukapapula. Mugambe naye musajja gwe. Singa kale zosiba muko bokwata ye5 n'onteeka wano mu unit trust. Kale omuyindi lwoli mukuba kale tetuganye mulimu ababakuba. Ne muli 10. Mwekunganye sente zimuwa omuyindi muzinvesting mugenda muzigulemu kale embuzi ewa Obed. Mugenda muzigulemu embuzi. Naye abavubuka gwe gamba ekifo kyo ganti mutuufu ku Friday, yesterday was Friday, n'ogenda n'oddugaza emmeeza ne bakutenda nga bwe wazikoze. No, that is the old age. That is ebyo biseera byayita. Dugaza akawunti yo erirabirira famire yo. Bitshy. Dugaza akawunti yo investinga ogambe ndizo let me invest for my future. Emyaka 6 nga tolina wojja mitwalo 2 giruma. Tunulirako ku kyalo. Omusajja omunoonyeko batunulire abayingidde emyaka 65 55. Naye nga talina wajja ssente. Ogambe nfubye ntya. Omuzungu agamba you will never live long enough to make all the mistakes. At least right now tulina nti toliberawo for you will never make tolikola nsobi zonna oyina kuyigirako kuzaabalala. Oyina okuyigirako kuzaaba abantu abalala. Ate bino byenjogera they are surrounded bituliranye. What do I mean? Do we know people abali mu strugglinga awo otekera sente mu Britam, otekera sente mu Unit Trust, otekera sente mu investments. Nogamba nti nze mu bukulu kankibale bwe ntekayo emitwalo 10 nina emyaka 35. Bwe nkikolera emyaka 25 ninigeno yingira emyaka 6 nga nawe nsije emitwalo 7 buli mwezi. Nja kudda mu kyalo. Bw'oba teweesobola wekka mikwano gyo munyumya kuki? Mikwano gyo mwekunganye mwekoleremu investment group mukwatenga sente muzinvesting. Ozoga ani na mutwalo sinye emitwalo 10 sigisobola Alex. Nini na mutwalo kati nonya yaba abo mutwalo 10 be mintu 10. Mukole investment group club mu global bank account mufune ba signatories mutandika ku investinga mu supporting. Waliwo abuziza okikola oba tuli ku motivational speaking. Goba obwongo bwo bukyalowooza this is motivational speaking. You are at the wrong life. If you think I've spent the last 5 years preaching this message because I'm trying to motivate you, nkusekeredde. Onansonyiwa okuseka. If you think I wake up at 6 a.m. to come have this live to just motivate you, like to fuel you for just for the motivation, why am I suffering? But it's because it's extremely important. It's extremely important to teach about money matters like never before. It's extremely important to teach about these products like never before. Engineer Nagamba NSSF, yes, the NSSF Smart Life. President atunulidde ekitafu kya NSSF agawana bana balina sente newola China newola ludda wabaganye sente bampa sente NSSF lwaki anyway sijja gendayo leero munveeko kyayagala okunywa amazzi drone emmotoka za drone zezo bwenziraba ku kkubo senzitya kasijja gendayo munsonyiwe musaasire sirina kyemmanyi but back to the investments. Omuntu yenna ku mulembe guno, you should know better. You should invest. You should invest. You should invest. Robo article sinze yagiwandiika, AI yagiwandiika, simanyi lwaki batekako erinnya lyange. Era bangambye sikikola sigenda yeeyo. Era sijja gendayo. But invest. Open up NSSF Smart Life. Open up. Whatever you do, for me, I will tell you one single thing. Whatever you do, invest. Invest. Invest for your future. Kolerera obukadde bwo. Tutu lifumita likyali to. Kolerera obukadde bwo. Take a sente mu Britam, take a sente mu Unit Trust, mu Money Market Fund. Gwankuba kyeyo kadama. Mulekera ogula buploti obwasatu kwa 2. Have a bigger dream. Ogambe yes ekinguza ka ploti kano ze sente ze nina kati kugambe no. We scale take a step back. Wewe mu emyaka 2-3 okwate sente zino oziteke mu Unit Trust mu 3 years zijja kusobozesa ogula eka osimbeke emmwanyi. Emmwanyi ate zijja okulabirira mu bukadde. It's about the dream. It's about tulina kuzukusa bwongo. I know sometimes it looks like a motivation, but it's a reality check. To so many of us who do this kind of work, Sherry will tell you, it's sometimes the therapy. There are times when I will have sessions with the people and I will literally feel so much exhausted, and I will spend like 2 weeks when I tell people I cannot do anything. I need to recalibrate my mind. Why? Because sometimes you are literally breaking chains of mindset of how money should work and breaking mistakes of what people have done. Lwaki life bagala kujijjako. Abalejja bagiraikinga neyanza bagala tusalako. You talk to someone nakugamba, Alex, I made this mistake. Had I known? Pay attention, by the way. But for the people who sometimes watch my videos and go to the certain comments, it's not uncommon almost every single day to see a video omuntu akugamba, I wish I knew this 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Even I kakane ntero kwegamba, I wish I knew this 10, 15 years ago. I've mastered this trade for the last 10 years. So I sometimes say, I wish I knew it 15 years ago. I would be very far. But I've also learned introspective looking back in a negative way is a still of thought. So it's done. So what can I do going forward? Oyina mitwalo 10, mitwalo 2, mitwalo 3, mitwalo 5. Invest. Ate mu abali mu diaspora, omanyi diaspora erimu ebika 2. Erimu diaspora enongoseemu ne diaspora etannaba kulongoosebwamu. Abali mu diaspora etannaba longoosebwamu in Arab countries, put your money in Uganda. Invest in a unit trust. Esaawa eno tukugambye mu Britam on WhatsApp, you can open up an account ku WhatsApp. Bobo ina bank, bobo ina passport, which you have because you traveled. You can open up an account. Nonako tekayo sente zo. Mpola mpola. Sente toziteka ku banka, toziteka ku banka. Banka ye eri awo ezaagala bwagazi kubanga they invest it and they eat the money. Kati abali mu kirinda invest diaspora. That is Europe, US, abali mu US. Esaawa eno omaze mu US emyaka ena, you have never bought a single share or ETF. Omusajja yatugambye, twali tukola analysis yesterday. I was working with a client of mine. Nga tulaba, this year the S&P 500 is projected to make a close to 60% return in one single year. Kate nkubewo ekigambo ekizito wane nerabira manyi wane byangu eno gye tuli byangu nnyo okubyogera. Wande mugenda kugamba kakande nga oyiseewo. It's projected to almost make 60%. Abantu bali mugula S&P 500 tayetaga na kulowooza agula buguze ezo different ETFs za S&P 500. And they're going to make a 20, 30, 40%. Gwoli mu diaspora buli kasente kofuna wafuna babuloka bali ku numbers. Waliwo atano ku kikumi wano nsavachi masavu kyagaaga giriko. Buli milioni 10 bwomuwako milioni 7 mbutufu katumuweke 5. Come on. Oyina ploti z'ettaka zisukka, oyina ebyapa okuŋŋaanyiza ebyapa mu nkumuliitu. Bulodde Kampala for 2 weeks. N'otula mu mmotoka ne bakulambuza ttaka liiryo lino liriko enkaayana. Omutwe gukuluma n'ovaayo nga naye kasa nina ebyapa. Ttaka liwagula milioni 10 esaawa eno bonoonya alitunda kwa milioni 9. Banna abategeera bali mu US, they are investing there. Last year around this time nakola negangama omuntu atali invested in AI stocks. What are you doing? At that point the Nvidias were at what? 3.5 trillion. Ngatulowooza it's so much valued. Now it's 5 trillion. Era omuntu yayingirira ku 120. Now they are in 80 or 200. They have made guys. Njogere kindeke ki. Oli mu cleaned up diaspora and you do not even have a single stock. Tulako wansi kwata mu kifuba weekube mugambe nti mutuufu I need to do better. Wetunulireko ko mu miro weesonge mugambe omuntu ono needs to do better. Buli lokwata dola abaana bo tebalina ozalidde abaana bazalidde na US. Oli mu bagamba mannyango bakiri luddawa bukeerere bwebakiwula bazozo oyogera bikere. Naguzeyo atano ku 10 bukeerere bagambe ati babukeerere kyeki. Bwogenda nabe Kampala tebagala kuva mu Airbnb. Muzeyi genda olabe ettaka lyo. Naye ogamba nkolerera baana bange. Nkolera baana bo bokolerera tebabya bagulire shares, bagulire ebintu bino mu US. Oli mu UK bagulire company. Omuntu wa UK Joseph will tell you she is in UK, he's buying the US stocks and ETFs. Oli Sweden, Germany, mwabali mu cleaned up diaspora je twegomba. You should now be almost 10% of your investments should be in the stock market. In the stock market. I wish I can present and I show you the returns people are taking. We are taking. You have access. You have access to these markets. Naye buli dakiiko buli kisende wafuna babuloka batandise kuguza buwama. Site empya. maama bannanga buwama yempya etya ekkuba eryo bali planninga 2018 tuli mu 2026 babagamba ekkubo lijja naye omanyi abantu sente ze bakoze singa abateeka sente mu shares mu 2016 gwe wagulira ebuwama munno atera genda kugula mbizzi nnya kubanga babagambye ekkubo lijja. Invest. You must, it's becoming extremely important for us to understand the concept of investments. Kati gwe muganda wange mwannyinaze ali ebuwalabu Saudi Arabia jagamba kakande nkoze ntye ekya kugula ETFs bw'oba sente z'ofuna ntono nnyo soko US stock market soko ogyesonyiwe today Kampala genda mu Unit Trust genda mu Treasury bonds ze Kampala zijja kukolera ku magoba soko otandikira awo either wogenda kukola 11 12 13% soko otandikira awo Nebuba oina kirooto ki nze I believe I know sometimes it comes off like I do not tell abantu aserera mu bagamba don't invest in land. I just say do it strategically. Bonabo okenda okugamba nti oyagala kugula ttaka wa kuzimba nju grow your house. First put that money in an investment for 5-7 years. After 7 years, get a chitafucho ozimbe njuyo ogiyingire. Invest in licensed things. Ogambe nti ngenze nengenda mu Britam nentekayo sente zange ne zivaayo. At least they are regulated by Capital Markets Authority. There is a track record of them making money and they will make money. Akasende konna kuofuna ukiwa mulimo ki? Wano Dr. Gavin asiba atugamba part of your long life, your long term ability to live happier is to have a healthy lifestyle and have a wealthy lifestyle. Kirizagana wefirizeeko bino byatusimbudde buli lwa Friday, Saturday, Sunday no simbula. Sigambye nti tosimbula because you also have to live your life. No. You have to. Naye kwata yemitwa kwata ko 10 nebwe ba 10% tandike start somewhere. Ku mulembe guno bwe batolinayo yadde a single unit trust, a single investment. Abali mu cleaned up diaspora oli mu US tolina yadde a single ETF, oli mugula endowment policies. Zokka kubanga wafunye mu na Uganda. Why would someone call me right now? So invest. Invest for yourself, invest for your kids, invest for your future, invest for your grandkids. Mukama wangu omu yali mukama wangu omu yagamba nti the best inheritance you'll ever leave is the inheritance for your great grandkids. Now tekisi kyangu naye omuntu bw'okola investments that can outlive your kids and they outlive your first generation to reach the second generation, awuba otuuse. Kriston Muku nkutumiddeko. Awuba otuuse. So whatever the reason, era bw'obeera nze ntera n'okugamba ife abali myaka egikyawasa tulawo okumbulabe omuntu gw'ogenda owasa omugambe what is your views on money matters, because sometimes I'm not qualified to talk about marriage, but I'm qualified to talk about money. And sometimes ebizibu bitandikirwa sente ate muneebika katenis baana banaalya katenis era baagala kyakulya. Kati bw'ofuna omuntu nga big spender but for you are a conservative spender, of course you will fight, of course they will derail your goal. Omukyala bw'obanga otandise okubuildinga omuwala Omwana, when you are building your financial muscle, nofuna ekivubuka ng'okyali kirina future sente zakwata zaalya. Gobe mmome. Mugamba olabika bulungi naye ojja kummenya mu maaso awo. Ojja kummenya. Kumenya anti sente zajja kumenya mu sente. Anti gojja kuba okola nga sente bw'ozimuwa ye bw'azirya. Bw'ozimuwa bw'azirya. Yet what is important, oyagala ogamba aleete ebiri oleete omutwalo mu investing. Invest for the future. Oba investing ebiri nawe investing ogugodde naye ng'omanyi mugenda mukulamu embi. Otuuke ekisa mwagala okukola business ng'asobola okuteekamu kasente. Tukwata ku unit trust yawo tukole business eyo. Ng'obwongo bwe olaba buli developmental. Naye omusajja azze buli Friday agamba ndi wano ku sports betting nja kukulaba edda. Omuntu agenda okukulaba asiiba mu betting buli ddakiika n'ogamba naawe olina omusajja. Mugenda zaala abaana bawe emyaka 10 otandika okugamba bannange nnoonya mnyambako omusajja yabalese. Of course wamulaba nga obwongo bwe kati awo kyokola. Kale tomuddukako sijaga nti muddukeko oyinza okugamba ng'alina ebirungi bye. Awo mugambe nti downloadinga video z'akakanda ozimuwe. Njagala olabe video zino 10 bw'omala ojje twogere. Ombulire ki ky'olowooza. Downloadinga video za Haji Kachiika, eza Newton, eza abantu bonna boogera ku gundi Sherry wano. Okay, Sherry takola video. Naye bw'alaba batekayo live ya Sunday gye tubeerako ya Sherry. Buli Sunday saawa mwezi Kampala. Ajje mga jangu owulirize. Bw'amala owuliriza naye live ayagala zitusimbudde. Bachampino ezakavugidde wa Lugamba ezo tazibulako omwami wo. Nawe nolowooza myaka 2 ogenda gane tuli luddawa. Download za video za Haji Bakaluba. Abantu abali development abagezaako okuzuukusa obwongo bw'abantu in a way they must handle money. Bawe. Baba ali ku TikTok mugambe ofollowing abantu ki? Kale bw'oboma lesawa bidding oli wa Price ne wa Senga Acid olugambo mala eddakiika 3 ng'oli wa Haji Bakaluba. Kibalansinge. Kibalansinge. Naye omwami we yasinga commentinga ku post za Senga Acid nga nawe ogamba nti mugambe no. Invest. At the end of the day, it's about money matters. It's about money. Invest, invest, invest. I cannot ever emphasize the ability of you changing your world if you choose to invest. I can easily go into the products. Ngabo tugambi, abali mu clean diaspora, put some money in the stock market. Right? Rama mulabyeko wano Rama Kizito. Very amazing guy. One of the nice crusaders of crypto. If you have a higher risk tolerance for such things, go to him. He talks about them. Look for him. Ogandika mrufu kadi mpesa zao milioni zange 10 mu bonds, pesa milioni zange 5 mu unit trust, kankwate milioni zange zino 5 ziteke mu crypto. Kangende warama tojja wakakande. I invest in them, but I'm not too specialized, too detailed to teach you about them. Gande warama. You know? But you invest. Only mu US. And you do not have a stock, a single equity, a single ETF, a single nothing. Na yebi hapa byamatako ina wano nkumulitwe Kampala wano. Hai, ogenda wangenda Kyaddondo kola ki? Halutaka libagambye milioni nkaaga naye bangambye masavu gabadde okubeera mu mataka. Sigambye Rama Wonders is called Rama Kizito. Manyaka abaddeko mulabyekaawo. Bw'aba akyaliko era n'ateekako ka message erinnya lye mujja ddiraba amanya nga muwadde. Omuvubuka abadde bagoberera embaga y'abano ku TikTok y'omu ku baatuwadde suuti. That very nice couple, by the way. Very, very good gesture. King onkutumiddeko nnyo. Mulumba Po. Anyway, ngamaliriza the next 9 minutes. It's becoming extremely important to be extremely aware of money matters. It's extremely becoming important to be aware of money matters. Uganda is on a takeoff stage. Takeoff, it's on a takeoff stage. Products are going to widen up. They are bringing the sukuku bond. Banyina abasiramu abadde batya treasury bonds nga ngamba they are not Sharia compliant. They are bringing the sukuku bond. Invest. Britam Weri, put your money in there. Britam Asset Managers, put your money in that unit trust. Nebotekayo bakugambye mu money market fund emitwalo 2 bw'oba olina omukozi ewaka essaawa eno mugulirewo account ya mitwalo 2 open up starting position then top up mutwalo 1 kati mutereyo emitwalo 10. Owulidde? Umbrella fund mitwalo 10 ye starting position. No investing mu Britam. No etegekera, no zireka, and have finance is so much about the discipline as much as it is about the numbers. Eje mitwalo 10 gyotekayo gitekeyo. Mitwalo 15, mitwalo 2 ogirekeyo. Yuris tweyanza nnyo alaze yiyo email gyosobola oteekako okubatuukirira. Yuris nterako that number eya Bella. Abantu basindike message essaawa eno owuliriza ogakakande how do I start with my unit trust? Luwi nkutumiddeko nnyo. Luyima. Munansonyiwa kampisewo akalango kano bannange. Abantu ababeera ebunnamwaya, ababeera ku Entebbe Road awo. We have an amazing green turf, volcan. Ebunnamwaya. 5 aside. Abagala games and everything. Mujewo ebunnamwaya awo. Actually, gwe bufunayo mumukola emikwano ne mutandika okuinvestinga every 6 months ne okunganya emikwano gyo ne mugenda ku vulcan ne muzanya mu kapiira to stay physically fit ne muzanya mbaina games, board games and everything. I think it's so much family friendly. Abali mikwano jange abali ebunnamwaya, abali ku Entebbe Road, abali ebwebajja, abali ezana, abali Natete wonna. Bunnamwaya very very good, it's decent, it's amazing, one of the very best green turf eri awo Bunnamwaya. Akabadde kalango kabakamba bange. Anyway, back to the position. Invest. You need to start. It's extremely important to start. Essaawa eno tugambye nti ku Britam you can start by sending a WhatsApp message and you will onboard yourself. If you send the WhatsApp message right now on the better number, by Monday morning you will be an investor. Kati ekikulemesa kyekyaki enamba kanji basomere wano eri 0793 192 595. Gwe kasita obeera n'endaga muntu oba ne passport n'akasente akalandikwako just emitwalo 5, you can invest and you can register yourself 24/7 hours a day, 7 days a week, anytime. Ne bwoba olina inquiry ki, it will reply you. Yiyo number esagi tuteereddewo 0793 192 595. Era bwoba kuolya essaawa eno ng'owuliriza ng'ogamba sibitegera byayogera but I'm starting to feel it kitandise okuyingira you know, sindika enamba eyo basindikira oregistering otekeyo emitwalo 5 ate ofiirwa ki mitwalo 5. Abantu abamu bwe mugenda mu bbaala ezo munywa ezo times 10. Omwami w'omukubira omugabe waliwo akati ke bandaze wano bw'oba osigala waka ng'oliko okulira waka nga you are a stay-at-home parent, that's good. Bwe bakulekera emitwalo 3 fuba okulaba nti bali 2 omutwalo buli lunaku oguteke mu unit trust. Luliba olwo jazuuka lumu nga kakasente ke kasobola okukola ki okuba kikasobola okuyamba oba okuyamba famire yo. So register, download their app, My Britam Uganda. My Britam, just go to app, whether Google Store or App Store, iPhone and download it. And live was sponsored by Britam. And I'll bring them back to talk more about things. But at the end of the day, my unwavering commitment to say, people, let's invest. People say, why do I do this? For the love of the game. But I don't want even to say it's just for the love of the game. I've met so many amazing people through this. We are transforming so many people who are all of a sudden are starting to see the possibilities in what they used to think it is almost impossible. No, you send a WhatsApp message, do not call. Please send a WhatsApp message to that number. Sherry, when is the next live? I am going to start doing almost every Saturday live on different topics. Next week we might do a live. Next week I have a master class. The other week I will now a little bit more time. I'll get a little bit of more time, and we are going to do so much about the live on about treasury bonds. Let me commit to you and Nadia that I should do a live on treasury bonds on the 16th, around the same time. Around the same time. So, but thank you so much. It has been an amazing 2.5 hours. Invest. It's Kakande's investment. I was supposed to change my name from Alex Finance to Alex Investment. I should change it this month. That way, it should be an investment that someone comes to know there is power in the capital markets. Abali mucheyo, take advantages of ebyeyo. Take advantages of the opportunities at home. There is more to these different products. Otherwise, I've been your host, Kakanda Alex. We lost marker somewhere, but I hope I've covered mukubidewe chirake ekituufu ekibadde ekirungi. But thank you so much for all the people who have been on, like Robert has been on for almost 2.5 hours, and so many people. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much, Mulumba, Essie, Louis, Amari, Elephant, Patsy, Mark. I'm seeing all of you. Rowie Rogers, thank you so much. Emmy, Uncle Hadi, Elephant Boy, thank you so much. Moses, Buffy, Agaz, thank you so much. C4, Emperor Mutabaze, number Dembiraba. I like this. I like this community sometimes. One time I would come to try to do a live to bring people. Enos Famia, Farm Life, thank you so much. I love this. I love you so much. Talk to you almost either next week or next week but one. Salute. Let me go for my end-to-end work.